Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Festival of Rail live stream. I'm JD, I'm your host for this evening, and I'm delighted to be here. I hope you're looking forward to a really fun night of Train Sim World packed content. Should we see what the schedule looks like for tonight? Yeah, why not? Okay, so tonight we have our inaugural, well, two inaugural things really. We have our Birmingham Cross City challenge for our ambassadors. We're really excited to see how they get on with that. We challenged three of our ambassadors to take on Birmingham Cross City, but with a little bit of a twist, a Sam style twist, if you will. Not only are they driving HUDless, but they're also going to be driving from the rear cab. So that's going to be entertaining. And I can tell you right now, it is extraordinarily close between all three competitors. So that one I'm going to leave you on tenterhooks for. But the jewel in the crown tonight is our Spring Summit, and we're really excited about this. We're going to be telling you some of the things that are coming to Train Sim World 3 over the course of the next few months. We've got a little bit of gameplay for you, we've got a couple of announcers, and we've got some teasers as well. So there's lots and lots of things, hopefully something for everybody to look forward to in the coming months. Let's go back to full cam James, full cam JD. Okay, all right. Let's talk a little bit about why we're here this weekend. We not only are we talking all of this stuff, we've got great content for you, but there is also a sale going on. And here's me getting my marketing hat on right now. We have the Publisher Weekend Festival of Rail sale on Steam. Pretty much everything in our catalogue is on sale, and I want to try and just kick off by sharing what some of the things are that are on sale. So, as you can see here, focusing on the British stuff to begin with, because we're obviously talking about Birmingham Cross City tonight. We have 30% off of that. I think that's the lowest discount that that's ever had. We obviously have Spirit of Steam. We've got London Commuter, Cathcart Circle, and loads more on sale now. So if there is anything that you've been waiting on your wish list, then please take this as your opportunity to go and get it, because it's going to be on sale probably. There we go. Marketing hat off again. And let's get on with the fun stuff, shall we? First of all, tonight we are going to be showing British Ace with his effort for the Birmingham Cross City Challenge. And if you want to take part tonight, we'd love to see you sharing your own attempts at this particular challenge on social media. Just use hashtag Cross City Challenge on a social media platform of your choice to enter. We'll be doing the 621 to our 03 service in June. There you go. Hope you noted that one down. It is the 621 to our 03 service in June. So your challenge, your gauntlet has been thrown down for you. All right, let's get on with the fun, shall we? British Ace, take it away.
Hello everyone and welcome to my Train Sim World slot on the Dovetail Games publisher sort of weekend. So massive thanks to Dovetail Games for this opportunity to take part. And yes, we're doing something quite different today. We're going to be driving on the Cross City, which looks fine at the moment. Yeah, it looks like we're in the cab and all, it looks all good. But there's a slight catch. We're going to be driving it backwards from the rear cab, and to top it all off, we're going to be doing it HUDless as well. So we're pretty much going to be driving completely blind. So yeah, it's going to be fun. There's the DSD going off. I probably end up going to hit the buffers at Redditch, if we even make it to Redditch. But yeah, we're starting at New Street. So it's about, well, from the front cab, it'd probably be about 45 minutes. Although as we're in the rear cab, it's probably going to be a little bit more. So let's get in, and I'm ready to go. This is just going to be, let's set the GSMR up as well. You know, get it all set up. There we go. That's all fine. I think that's about it for this one, isn't it? Well, the next station is Five Ways. Now, it's been quite a while since I've been on this route. So, I suppose, yeah. Wish us the best of luck. But here we go. It begins. And also, we can't see the signals either. So, that's also something to consider. I think the only time I've done this was on the East Coastway, but on East Coastway you don't really need to worry about signals. Whereas on this route, you do need to worry about signals. So, yeah, that's going to make it fun as well. But out we go. Right, here we go. So it's, yeah, about that speed. Let's go. As we make our way out. Yeah, so we should be near enough for all stops to Redditch. So Five Ways, University, Selly Oak, Bourneville, what the other ones on here? Kings Norton, Northfield, Longbridge, Barnt Green. What's the one? Alvin Church, and then I think it's Alvin Church, and then Redditch. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it gets on. See, on a route like, say, the Brighton main line, I could probably do that fairly easily in the back cab for most stations. But this route, you know, tons of stops. One I'm not that great with. It certainly is going to be more of a challenge. So we should be coming into the tunnels now. And sort of out of the tunnels is then 5 ways. This feels really, really, really weird and feels really wrong as well, but that makes it fun. Should be coming across the tracks. I was going to say we're on the wrong side. There we go. This train looks beautiful in the dark. I just love the reflections and stuff. Love it. Right. Let's speed that up a little. It's up to 20, then up to 40. Because you can't see because we're in the back cab. We'll just take it nice and steady. I think that ball would have been the 40 there. So let's get that up. Also, we don't want to go too quick, just in case. I think there's one more gap. Because the thing is, once we see the platform, if we're going at 30 or 40 once we see the platform, we're probably going to end up missing the station. So we don't want that. Right, I think there's one more gap, and then it's 5 ways. So I'm going to start slowing down a little. I'm pretty certain this is 5 ways we're coming into now. Because I won't know where the stop marker is either, so... I think this is 5 ways, I want to say it is, maybe not. Is there another sort of gap? And hopefully you can't hear like a buzzing sound as well. The neighbours out of all days have decided today, on a Sunday, they're going to sand their bloody floors. When I had time to do this. So, yes, hopefully you can't hear that too much. Well, I did do a couple of tests and I couldn't hear it, so... Okay, now there's another little gap here. Right, there we go. And yeah, the game sound is fairly quiet, but then it's a fairly quiet train. So... Right, it's definitely through this one here. I'm down to 15. So once we see the platform, we can sort of just come to a stop. Luckily there's not too, many tight platforms on here. So we should be okay. Right. This has got to be 5 ways. I'm pretty certain it is. Unless there's another bloody arch. Must be. Surely. No, are we going into another? So I'm a little bit, as I said, disadvantaged. It's been quite a while since I've been on this route. Right, yeah, this is it. Wait until the platform actually begins. Right. First station. And that's not too bad. I mean, are we on time? Sort of, ish. But, I mean, that's not too bad. What about the stop marker as well? I mean, that's not bad, is it, really? Let's be honest. And it's university next. Right, here we go. The guard would be completely confused. We're off. One of the craziest things I've probably done on here. On this route as well. Probably sort of one of the harder routes to do it from the rear cab. As you've got so many stations quite close to one another. Yeah. Hello, people. I'm not the guard. I'm the driver. You're probably lucky you did get off. Obviously, speed boards as well. They're going to be tricky to see. You can only see the back of them. Oh, it does go up to 50 next. Which isn't too far. I don't think. Well, once we see this, there we go. So now it's 50. This one's going to be slightly harder, I reckon, trying to find where it is. Although I think there is a bit of a gap between 5 ways and university. Obviously the cat behind us as well. That's Smudge Case. You see her? No, wrong way. She's sat there, probably wanting to go out. Suppose you have to join us on this service, which might not end too well. It's all part of the fun. Right, I'm going to start slowing down. Actually, no, it's not yet, is it? There's like one sort of big straight, and then you then curve into university. Oh, I don't know, actually. No, yes. Yeah, it's like a big straight bit, and then you sort of curve again. No, I think we'll be alright. I'm fairly confident in ourselves. See, once we're on the Redditch branch, it should be fairly straightforward. As well, we're on the Redditch branch. It's quite sort of slowish. And whenever we're coming up to Alpha Churches, it goes into, well, 2 tracks again. You come off the single. So that should be alright once we're there. And this is probably one of the easier bits as well. Ish. Well, let's hope we don't get any red signals. Although, I guess the AWS should go off. So I suppose that's when we know we're coming up to some sort of cautionary signal. No, this is the long straight bit, isn't it? Okay, a little bit further along. And we're only going 10 under the limit. So that's alright. I'm still, it can't be far to the station. So I'm being quite careful. Yeah, no, we're coming up to it now, aren't we? And then on the left hand side you get where the chocolate bar collectible is. Probably don't have to spoil that for anyone, but there is a collectible there on the left. This is it. So this will be university. I want to try and go a bit further up the platform. I think the stop marker's near the end. You know what, we're going to do that. We're going to play it risky. That will do. And this is university. That's not too bad. I'm fairly happy with that. I mean, yeah, the stop marker's a bit further up, but we stopped. Can't really complain as we are. I don't want to go over there on your chair. And get the door shut. No driver. That'd be a bit scary, wouldn't it, seeing that in real life? Just no driver out the front. All fun and games. Right, Steady Oak next. The guard's given up on us now. Probably like, I'm not staying on that train. And we're off. Yeah, we let the guard off, so no buzzers now. They bailed out. Didn't trust my driving. And then Steady Oak isn't too far. I think we go over the canal. Yeah, we definitely go over the canal. So that's when we know we're coming up to Steady Oak. Or is that when you come into? No, you definitely go over the canal. So once we go over the canal, then we know we're fairly close to it, because they're fairly close together, I think, University and Steady Oak. I think we're curling up over it now. Yeah, we're certainly getting closer to it. Yeah, so this must be where we go over. I reckon, yeah, there's the canal. And then you're into Steady Oak fairly soon after that. I'm just waiting to see the platform now. Well, the platform's fairly long here, so... Oh, hello. That's a livery I forgot to unsubscribe from. Well, that's a good livery, and that's actually a realistic livery. So I believe one of the 323s has been repainted into Centro livery. That wasn't actually too bad. I reckon we might actually be fairly close to the stop marker as well. Well, I mean, near-ish. Maybe a carriage length away. Oh, hang on, how did we... Right, okay, we opened the wrong doors. Don't know how we did that, but we did it. Well, go on then. Unlock... No, now they're shut as well. Right. Okay. I'm only a minute late, so that's not bad. Could be worse. Right, get the doors shut, they're getting on. And then the next one is Bourneville. Which, yeah, it's just over a mile, so we should be alright. Right, let's go. And obviously I can't use the external cams either really, because, well, that would be cheating. It's rear cab HUDless. Dovetail Games Alex seemed to gleam over the idea, so it's a right old challenge. Right, let's get that up. It's still 50, or is it 60 now? I think it might actually be 60 now, actually. But obviously we want to be fairly careful anyway, so we'll go slightly less. There we go. Yeah, we sort of go straight up, and then you make a bit of a turn, and then you're into Bourneville. So once we see that turn... Right, are we on the straight? I think we might be on the straight bit now. So it goes straight. No, maybe not just yet. But I know there's a straight before Bourneville, so you sort of sprint along there, and then slam the brakes on. But yeah, okay, this is the straight bit. And then once we get a bit closer, we'll sort of turn in a bit. And that's when we're coming up to Bourneville. I think, if memory serves me correctly. I'm just going to slow down a little bit. Just in case I'm wrong. Although, I think I am right there. Right, we're starting to turn a little. So it can't be too far. Oh, there's that poor bear there. Right, yeah, it can't be far now. We should maybe start turning in. Right, now there's the factory there, there's the chocolate factory. So we're going to be coming into it pretty much any second now. I think, yeah, there we go. This is the station, this is Bourneville Station. The chocolate factory saved us there. And here we are, welcome to Bourneville. This is really playing my bloody eyes going backwards. We got Northfield. Well, let's hope we don't miss you out, Northfield, as you are probably the one we would most likely miss out. We're only leaving 30 seconds late. And talk about bloody rear cab drive. This is easy. Right, Kings Norton next. Which I think the speed comes down to... It's 45 on the corner, and I think it's 30 across the points. Yeah, Northfield is one we probably would end up missing out. Although I feel like I've got a marker for where we stop, because there's a buffer at the end of Kings Norton depot or sidings. There's like a buffer, and that's usually my marker for sort of, especially at night time, for sort of slowing down. Although obviously we're at the back of the train, so no, we should be all right. Right, and we're off. Yeah, the reason I chose this service because it was about sort of 40 odd minutes. I thought, because as we're going to be, I thought we would be about 10 minutes late or so. But at the moment we're actually doing alright. Which is good, I suppose. Although we should start getting, I think you actually get yellows round here. Well, the AWS hasn't gone off yet. The safety systems are on. Actually, it should be on. What's that one up there? Oh, no, you can't do that one, can you? Okay, I'm going about 40. You should see the speed board in a second for the 45. Should do. Be on this corner. There's another one. There it is there. Then it then comes down to, I think, 30 going across the points. So I'm going to bring that down again. See, fortunately, I do know the speed limits on this route. As if you didn't know and you were doing this, you know, backwards, HUDless, well, that wouldn't be too good. But fortunately, that is something I do know, is some of the limits on here. And pretty much once we see the station, come to a stop. I know the Camp Hill lines, aren't they, those ones? Oh, the Camp Hill line. So my knowledge of Birmingham is minimal. It's a confusing place. And this should be Kings Norton. You sort of just come off the junction and you come into the station. Here it is. And let's pop that to a stop. Imagine doing this at night time as well. That would make it even more bonkers. But look, 39 past. And it's 39 past. We're actually doing quite well, which is weird, but we are. So, I mean, that's not too bad. Let's get the doors shut. Let's Northfield next, which is one which might be slightly trickier. Right, let's go. We are on our way, and yeah, hopefully you can't hear that buzzing in the background. Out of all the days, Sunday, we're going to do our bloody sanding, which is really noisy. The thing is, it was only just as I started pressing record, it started doing it again. But yeah, oh well. Yeah, big thanks again to Dovetail Games for the opportunity to do something a little bit fun like this. Also, let's get that blind down, because that sun is starting to get a little bit irritating. There we go. Right, so we can get a little bit of speed on us, as Northfield is a little bit further away. And this is the yard here, so once we see this sort of end buffer, that's when I ideally want to pretty much slam the brakes on. There's a shed. Okay, all good, all good. But yeah, this is the station I'm worried about. This is the one we're more likely to completely say goodbye to as we pass by. Right, I'll start popping on the brakes. Right, should see that buffer soon, which is usually my sort of point of being like, right, we should start slowing down now. A tad. Where is it? The buffer should be coming up fairly soon. It'll be on that bit of track that's there. A little bit further still. And the stop marker's right at the end of the platform as well, so we should be alright. Should being the key word there. All good, all good, all good. There's the buffer. So we should... In fact, we probably could come into the platform at 30. I wouldn't be too worried if we did, because we're right to the end. Although we still probably shouldn't. Keeping an eye out. But yeah, we should be coming into it very soon. And after this is Longbridge. Well, the Barnt Green. Oh, that's going to be a tough one. Because... well, from Longbridge to Barnt Green, there's quite a bit of a gap there. And I can't remember that actually too well. So, yeah, that's going to be a right good old time. Must be coming up to it. Must be. No, probably still be like another mile away. No, you can see the track separating, so you've got the middle, disused middle platform. So we should be, yeah, this should be it in a second. And you can fit 6 coaches on this platform easily. So we go a slightly bit further down. In fact, let's just come to a stop. But yeah, this is Northfield. Do the doors. That's not too bad, not too bad. There's another one coming in. Probably saw no driver in the front. Was hang on. Well, do the AIs actually have their blinds down? They do. That's cool. Let's get the door shut. Right. Let's get going. Next one is Longbridge. We're off. Longbridge is our next stop, which is literally just round the corner, so we'll be fairly careful here. And also, I think we would have a red light at the end of the platform as well, which is very scary. So we have to be even more careful. So I don't really want to be getting a signal past the danger on this run. I mean, not that it would be a bad thing, because we are driving from the rear cab, but still, not really what I want. Right, nice and slow, nice and slow. Let's popping that down. It's not far at all. So once we come in the platform, the train will be nearish-ish to the red light. So we're going to take it nice and careful into Longbridge. Very careful into Longbridge. Almost there, I think. I think we're almost there. Let's speed up just a tiny bit. I think we'll actually see the platform on that side first, I think. So we should have a rough idea that we're coming into our one. But yeah, this is a little bit about the train. This is the class 323. I suppose about the route as well. We haven't really touched upon that too much. But yeah, this is the class 323 Hypernetworker. And it is part of the Birmingham Cross City line DLC, which actually recently got added to the Birmingham Standard Edition of the game, Train Sim World 3. Probably the most detailed British route there is to date. It's very good. Oh, it's so tempting to go on the external cam, but then it's like, no. Don't go on the external cam. It can't be that far, can it now? I thought it was just round that corner there. It's actually a bit further along. It can't be that far now, can it? Oh, well there's the controller running out of charge. Give me 1 second, everyone. Right, there you go. Controller is saved, I believe. Yeah, it's on charge. It always runs out. All the bloody time. Right. Okay. We must be coming into it. But I've got to be careful because I'm pretty certain there'll be a red light. So if there's a red light, well, that's it for us. Can't be far. Can't be far. Some people watching it will be like, oh, it's miles away still. Probably is. But still, we've got to be careful. Right, now here it is. Right, I'm coming to a stop pretty much straight away as there's going to be a red light and I don't want to go through the red light. Stop. There. Oh no, it's green. Okay, it's green. Probably because we took so long. Oh, that's a livery we probably don't want to see. Well, that is the power of the Creators Club. You get to see different liveries. Let's get the doors up. We're only a minute late. That's... Okay. Right, and now after this it's Barnt Green, which is a bit more of a gap. Which is the sort of worrying bit. Okay, right, here we go. It's quite slow across those points, I think. Let's try not to catch that livery, as I'm pretty certain it is a branded one. So back we go. Yeah, we're doing alright, 15. But yeah, this will be the fastest part of the journey and probably where things might go wrong. Because we're going to be going to a fast bit of track, then the fast bit of track then goes on to a 15 miles an hour bit. So we can't make any mistake. This bit is critical that we don't make any mistakes. Because if we do, well, we're probably going to derail. Right, let's speed up. Goodbye, Longbridge. And this is one of those bits where I don't really know that well either, between Longbridge and Barnt Green. As usually, I would just know because the signals bring you down, but we can't see the signals. So that's going to make it a bit more hairy. But we'll be alright, we'll be alright. I have confidence that we'll be alright. We continue our backwards adventure to the nice, lovely town of Redditch, which is in Is it Gloucestershire? Gloucester, I think it might be Gloucestershire. No, it's not bloody Gloucestershire, that's ages away. But it's in a Worcestershire, is it Worcestershire? No, I think it is Worcestershire it's in, I think. There's the DSD going on. So yeah, everyone was just luck. I know you guys probably want to see me bloody crash or get a spad. I don't blame you, that would be quite funny. But ideally we do want to try and make it to Redditch. Hopefully. Hopefully we will. Right, I'm going to start slowing down a little bit, which is probably way too early. But just to be on the safe side, as we won't see the line splitting off until we're at Barnt Green Station, because Barnt Green Station, you know, one platform goes straight on, the other one goes off, so we won't see it until we actually get there. And if we're going above 15, that's not going to be great. Well, there's something we should give it away. We should get, no, would we get a junction indicator coming into Barnt Green? I don't think we do, as we're already on the lines that will go off. That's true. Right, I don't think it's too far. Well, I said that about Longbridge, and then we were still quite a way away, weren't we? So just nice and careful. Right, there's an AWS magnet there. Coming up to the next set of signals. Probably. And yeah, if there's a red, well, then we're screwed, because we won't see the red. I mean, there'll probably be another train coming up from Redditch. I'm just taking it nice and slow. Right, no, hang on, yeah, no, this is it. Oh, there is a junction indicator for this, okay. So this is Barnt Green we're coming up on. So we should start curling round fairly soon. Oh, it's going into 2 tracks. Okay, no, so we do go off then. For some reason I was thinking it was 4 tracks into Barnt Green. And obviously 2 going off and 2 going towards Bromsgrove. That's not too bad, look at us. And we'll see the other line sort of coming off as well, I suppose. Right, I think we're going off now. Yeah. And then we come into the station, which is just on the corner. Round we go. And welcome to Barnt Green. Not too shabby. Here we are. I think you've also got one of the station cats here as well. Let's go and visit them. Yeah, not bad. If that were on the stop marker, yeah, it's probably nowhere near. Where's the cat? The cat's here somewhere. I've seen the cat here before. Where's the cat? There is a cat at this station. I've seen it before. Barnt Green cat. It's alright, I'm gonna have to leave you. No, it's over. Is it? Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Tom, that one there. I think is that JD's cat, Tom? I remember. Right, let's get the door shut. Oh, I've done the wrong ones there, because I was looking this way, so I pressed the left button, but as we're actually supposed to be doing it that way. Right, okay. Get them shut. Right, are we all good? We're all good. It should be Alva Church next. I'm going to check the map to see if there's not a train coming up. Okay, no, we're fine. There is no train coming up. Let's go. I'll actually see what time we were supposed to be there, but I don't know if we were early or late. Right, and we're out of here. Goodbye, Barnt Green. So we're now on the Redditch branch. which is about sort of another sort of 10-15 minutes. Well, we actually seem to be doing this near enough on time, which is just bizarre. So I think it's been about half an hour since we left New Street, so not too bad. As we make our way along. Cool. Right. So it should be... Oh, actually we are speeding a little bit. So let's get the brakes on a bit. That's a little bit quick. I'm pretty certain it is still 15. So we'll pop that down. There we go. And it should go up. No, I think it's maybe 40. Yeah, I think it's 40. Just out of here to Alvechurch, and then goes up. So I'll try our best to keep to that. Right, it's now single track. And we should see the speed board. There it is. I think it's 40. Yeah, I haven't actually been along this branch line since they did the upgrades, or the updates to it, I should say. Because before it used to be very barren when it first released. But yeah, this looks, well, way better now. First time seeing it, but I think it is. So that's good. Speed up just a little bit. There we go. And yeah, we should know when we're coming into Alvechurch that we'll go back into 2 tracks. And you've also got like a little marina down to the left side, which we will also see. Along we go. Lovely little branch line though. No, I don't want the brakes on now. Oh, a little bit more. Cool. What is everyone's favourite favourite place to go to on the Cross City? Do you like going down to Bromsgrove, or do you like the Redditch branch? Personally, for me, I'd probably actually say Redditch. So that little extra you can go. And yeah, we should see the canal soon coming up, which I believe should cross under us. And there's like a little harbour area, and then we're pretty much there. So if we can spot the canal. I think it's just down there. Yeah, it's just down there, I think. So it should go... Yeah, there's a little harbour area there. So we should then be pretty much coming into Alvechurch. So hopefully at some point we'll see the track splitting off back into 2. But apparently it was only fairly recently the station actually got made into double track. Right, and then... Yeah, should be coming in. It's a fairly long platform, so we'll be alright. We've got a little bit of leeway. Right. Okay, yes, here we are. And it was 40 as well, was correct, yes. And this is Alvechurch, and we go under the bridge. So you should see the sides going up, yeah, which they are. And there's a bridge going over the top. And then you're pretty much into the station. And here's the station. Let's pop that down. Welcome to Alvechurch. And there's a cat as well. I haven't actually seen that one before. Here we are. I actually think that was quite a good stop as well. What's this one? This one is Phoebe, that one there. I suppose at some point they'll probably do dogs. Maybe that'll be on the next route they're doing. A little bit off. And we're 3 minutes late to that one. So, yeah, that delay is starting to build up now. But that's fine. And it is Redditch next, which we're due there at 7:03. So we'll probably end up being late. It's actually been... I did think it was going to be slightly harder, this, but it actually hasn't been too bad. But then again, I do know this route relatively well already. It hasn't been too bad. And 3 minutes later, I mean, that's not too bad either. I mean, it's not great, but yeah, do stick around. I'm sure after this. Oh my god, we don't want to see that either. All the deliveries I haven't bloody unsubscribed from yet. But that's Creators Club and Livery Designer, which is sort of is one of the things you can do. One of the things you have on Train Sim World is you get the Livery Designer, where you can pretty much make any livery you want on any train you want, on most trains, and then you can then customize them and then also upload them to Creators Club, and then more people can enjoy them, which is awesome. Right, speed that up a little bit more. It's quite steep down here as well, so we need to keep an eye out for our speed. So I think it's 70, then 60, then it goes back up to 70 quite soon after, and then something like 60, then I think it's 30 into Redditch. So I could be wrong, although really we want to be going at about 10 miles an hour, as we won't be able to see the buffer, and that would be very heart-wrenching if we get all the way to the end and then hit the buffer, and that's it. So it should come into single track soonish as well, and that's when we know we're getting there. So that won't be too far away now. I'm sort of just waiting for the moment to see it sort of coming in. But yeah, one of the fun challenges you can do on yeah, it must be coming up to there'll be a signal coming up. One of the fun city challenges you can do on Train Sim World. Give it a go yourself, see if you do better than me for points. Yeah, so it's just about to join up, I'd imagine, as you had that signal just there. Something's going on with the track. Yeah, I think we're curling in. And yeah, there we go. So we're now joined up for sort of the final sprint into Redditch. A little bit of speed on us. I wonder what the hardest route to do this would be on, though. Probably like one of the something like Peninsula Corridor. That's probably like one of the hardest routes to do it on, at least for me, at least, because I don't really know that route very well, and the brakes on that train aren't great either. Right, let's pop that right down to 30. It does come right down, so it's like a long straight, and then you sort of just turn off. Because this is actually, yes, I think this is the third rendition of Redditch Station. You know, you had the original, then they rebuilt it somewhere else, and then they redid it again. Something like that. So you sort of, it's like a weird, it's a bit of a weird wiggle into Redditch. Cool. Yeah, do stick around. I'm sure there'll be more content after this from other ambassadors as well. So yeah, I suppose stick around, and I'm sure there'll be more exciting things to come. Yeah, big thanks again to Dovetail Games for giving us the opportunity, I suppose, to get stuck in with stuff on here. It has been a real privilege. Right, that's the 30 board there, I think. No, that's not the 30 board. So it won't be too far, and then we'll sort of turn again, and then we'll come into Redditch, and we should be going relatively slow as well. Although the platform can take a 6 coach, I don't really want to be taking any chances, because then it will just all go wrong, and then, well, that's not great. It'll be funny, but yeah. I'm taking probably a bit too slow. In fact, I am going too slow here. I'm still not even round this bit yet. Although I think it is going to start turning to the other side in a second, I believe. still coming around. But yeah, it's just a sort of weird diversion that we sort of, it's really weird, sort of turning off. It's not all here though, is it? Already? No. No, there's one more turn. No, here we go. Now we're starting to turn this way. And then I think we're into the station. And there's a TPWS magnet here as well, which if that is active, we want to go in about 10 miles an hour. So otherwise we will get e-braked and then that will just be really annoying. And this should be coming into the station now. Should be. But yeah, hopefully everyone has enjoyed this little fun, silly challenge. Yeah, I suppose give it a go. See, give it a go yourself. See how you get on. And this, I'm waiting for the platform to start now. It should be any second now. Do we risk it and try and get as close as we can to the buffer? Or at least somewhat closer? Yeah, go on. What do I get? I'll try and get close-ish to it. The front of the train should be in the station platform. Yes, this is the car park coming up. Unless it is a bit further around. No, this must be it. Right, there's a red there. Okay, maybe it is a little bit further around. I thought we were pretty much there, though. Well, I've got that collectible there, so it must be at the end of the platform. Yeah, here we are. This is Redditch. And this we've got to be really careful. So I don't really want to go into the buffers. Right, we've got to try and figure out what 3 coaches is. Oh, if this goes wrong, that is not going to be great. You know what? I'm coming to a stop. That will do. That will do. Oh, there you go. Okay, it took 45 minutes, which ain't really that bad considering it was 41 minutes to service. So we did actually quite well there. Let's have a look at our stop. 5 ways. We were near enough a bang-on stop. Any other sort of close ones? 10 yards at Alvechurch. But the rest were 9.8 at Kings Norton. That's not too bad, I suppose. So our best stop was the first stop at 5 ways. But then the stop marker actually is as you are just in the platform. So that was probably going to happen. 15 miles. That's not too bad. We did get a silver medal, so not a gold. Boo-hoo. But that's fine. Let's see how close we were to the buffer then. How close were we? Oh, okay. Still probably a carriage length or so away. Well, there's actually a stop marker, so yeah, probably about a carriage length away. That's not too bad. Actually, whilst we're here, let's quickly hold on. Let me quickly set that to that. We'll quickly pop out, and well, this one goes back in 4 minutes. You don't get much of a turnaround time on this route. Let's actually go to the front. I've seen a collectible and I want it. Come on, other way, please. Very dangerous, but we're just going to quickly hop on here. And there we go. We now got one of the. Don't know what that's, a goat or something. I don't know. Well, that thing there is a planter, which is quite cool. But yeah, that is, I suppose, my slot for the train sim. Let's go back to Lynchville, Trent Valley. That is my slot for the Train Sim World section of the publisher weekend. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. That was actually really fun. That was. I think some other ambassadors may be doing the same as well. So definitely do keep an eye out. Do watch them, see how they get on as well. Possibly on this route as well. And yeah, hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Obviously, big thanks to Dovetail Games for the opportunity to be part of the event. Much appreciated. And yeah, have a lovely rest of your time watching the weekend. I'm sure I probably will be on again at some point with some Train Sim Classic. And I hopefully will see you when I next see you. I've been the British Ace. You can find me on YouTube. I'm sure there's links and stuff going about. Daily Train Sim or Train Sim World and stuff like that. All the good stuff. And yeah, I hopefully will see you when I next see you. So see you all and take care. Bye guys.
Well done to British Ace there. A really, really great first score of 11,216 points. Can anybody beat him? Can you beat him at home even? We'd love to see you try. Remember to use the hashtag Cross City Challenge across the social media platform of your choice. We are taking part in the 621 2R03 service in June on Birmingham Cross City. Give it a go. Let us know how you get on. Can you beat our ambassadors tonight? We're going to be showing you in a second the second of our competitors, so that is Ramagani. And just a prior warning on this one, a lot of the content is in German, so if you are a German-speaking player, brilliant. If not, then sit and watch the pictures. It's going to be entertaining, and again, I can tell you all of these are really, really close, so there's a lot of tension in the air. Now, the reason why we're here today is because there is the Festival of Rail publisher event on Steam. So if you're on Steam, there's something on your wish list that you've been wanting for a long time. Chances are it's probably on sale. So let me just quickly talk to you about some of the German content which is currently on sale. We have Ross Ignored, 70% off. Hamburg Lübeck, which I know is a firm favourite with a lot of our community, on 60%. Tarandarampa, again another firm favourite, is 60% off. And Bremen Oldenburg is 25% off. I think that is the first time it's been on a sale in Steam. So get it if you've been looking out for it for a little while. Marketing hat off again. Let's go back to full screen. Okay, so and if for those who are looking forward to the spring summit, that'll be coming your way at 8 o'clock GMT. So set your alarms if you haven't already. You're not going to want to miss it. There is so much that we're talking about today. Stuff that you know about, stuff that you don't. So there's going to be some surprises in store. All right, time to crack on with our next ambassador. Can Ramagani beat the British Ace? Let's find out, shall we?
Hallo Freunde und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge mit Train Sim World 3 hier auf meinem Kanal, und heute machen wir mal was ganz Ungewöhnliches, und zwar nehme ich eine Challenge der Partner von DTG teil. Das Ganze findet auf der Birmingham-Strecke statt, und normalerweise mache ich so einen Quatsch ja nicht auf meinem Kanal, aber in diesem Fall mache ich es einfach mal mit, weil ich es ganz lustig finde. Wir fahren nämlich rückwärts mit einem Zug. Und dazu wählen wir mal die Strecke aus, und dann muss ich jetzt aber, ich muss ja hier Birmingham eingeben, Birmingham Cross City. Und dann muss ich mir jetzt die Fahrt gerade nochmal raussuchen, welche das war. Das habe ich mich vergessen, mir aufzuschreiben, ich Idiot. Aber naja, Vorbereitung und so kennt ihr ja von mir. Ja, quasi, bei mir quasi nicht vorhanden. Hallo? Hallo? So. 2R03. Es gab hier auch irgendwo Regeln dafür. So, also das Ganze wird ohne HUD gefahren, wird also ein bisschen... Also zu den Regeln. Also wir fahren rückwärts, wir fahren ohne HUD, und machen das HUD nur an, wenn wir an Stationen ankommen. Damit wir wissen, wann wir losgefahren sind. Jetzt muss ich aber gerade, wie gesagt, die Fahrt hier nochmal raus... die Fahrt... ja, komm doch her. So, also, wir fahren im Fahrplanmodus. Nicht zu Fuß, wir nehmen die Class 323. So. Um 6:21 Uhr im Juni. So, einmal im Juni, und dann haben wir 6:21 Uhr die Fahrt. Da ist sie doch. 41 Minuten soll das Ganze gehen. Bin gespannt, ob ich das gebacken kriege. Oder ob ihr jetzt eine ordentliche Show von mir geliefert bekommt. Und so, jetzt hoffe ich, dass wir eine Uhr in dem Fahrzeug haben. Das wäre nämlich ideal. Wäre der absolute Idealfall. Uhrzeiten habe ich nicht, wann ich an welcher Station sein soll. Also, Uhr. Hoffentlich hat das Fahrzeug eine Uhr. Wir werden es sehen. Also, wir sind auf jeden Fall nicht auf dem Ding hier. Heißt, wir werden jetzt als allererstes mal rausgehen. Mal auf den hinteren Führerstand entsprechen. Das Zugsicherungssystem ist natürlich aus. Weil ich kann nicht quittieren, was ich nicht sehe. Einmal hier auf den Rear Cap gehen, also auf den hinteren Führerstand. Wie gesagt, so Blödsinn mache ich normalerweise nicht, das wisst ihr. Normalerweise nehme ich das alles schon ernst, was ich hier mache. Ne? Mach zu. Naja, okay, alles klar. Dann aktivieren wir mal den Führerstand hier. Dann Richtungswender auf rückwärts natürlich. Und dann machen wir als allererstes mal die Türen auf, würde ich sagen. Achso, ja, ich muss ja hier oben den Schlüssel auch noch reinpacken. Das vergesse ich bei dem Fahrzeug immer. Gut. Dann würde ich sagen, ich bin das Ganze natürlich vorwärts schon mal abgefahren. Ich hoffe, ich konnte mir das alles merken. Gleich sehen. So, um 6:23 ist Abfahrt. War noch 30 Sekunden. So, wir machen die Türen mal zu. Dann machen wir das HUD natürlich aus. Und dann geht das los hier, die wilde Luzi. Also jetzt geht es erstmal mit 15 raus hier. Mit maximal 15. Das weiß ich 100 Pro. So, das wird jetzt richtig interessant für euch. Und für mich auch. Ob das alles so funktioniert, wie ich mir das vorstelle. Also wir fahren erstmal mit 15 raus. Bin mal gespannt, wie viele Punkte ich schaffe. Also die anderen, meine Gegner, die waren so bei 11.000. Wir natürlich hier mit dem Tacho fahren und uns auf das Tacho verlassen, dass das auch alles stimmt. Also über die ersten Weichen fahren wir auf jeden Fall mal mit 15. Und dann fahren wir durch 4 Tunnel. Und hinterm letzten Tunnel ist dann der erste Bahnhof. So, da ist der erste Tunnel. Noch mal ein bisschen Gas geben. Wenn wir über die letzte Weiche gefahren sind, dann können wir ein bisschen mehr Gas geben. Ah, jetzt bremse ich. So rum. Ich meine, solange wir unter der V-Max sind, ist erstmal alles okay. Weil so lange kriegen wir auch Punkte. Machen wir hier vorne das Licht an. Da ist die letzte Weiche. Und dann können wir Gas geben. Ah, verkehrt rum. Ah, fuck. Dann machen. Jetzt geht das los hier. Muss man sich jetzt ein bisschen dran gewöhnen hier. Mach das mal wieder aus. Erster Tunnel. Wenn wir, glaube ich, schon 30 fahren. Wir können uns da so ein bisschen an dem orientieren, was im Gegengleis steht. So, und jetzt kommt der 4. Tunnel und dann müsste jetzt der Bahnsteig dann gleich kommen. Also da kommt jetzt so eine Überführung. Ah ne, das ist der 4. Tunnel, genau, den habe ich gesucht. und dann müsste jetzt der erste Bahnsteig kommen. Uiui. So, dann schauen wir mal. Die Türen machen wir auf. Und dann dürfen wir das HUD für die Abfahrtszeit anmachen. Wir gucken mal, ob wir am Bahnsteig stehen. Jawohl, das passt doch wunderbar. So, dann machen wir den mal kurz an, bis wir hier oben die Abfahrtszeit haben. Haben wir hier nämlich gar nicht verbaut, auch nicht im Funkgerät, glaube ich. Okay, auch da haben wir keine Uhr. Nur die Zugnummer. Wir haben hier keine Uhr verbaut. Das ist ungewöhnlich für so ein Triebfahrzeug. Und dann geht das los. Nix halt. Haben wir natürlich gar keine Orientierung mehr. Können wir auf jeden Fall mal ordentlich Gas geben erstmal. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob ich mich schneller traue. Ich glaube, wir waren jetzt schon mal ein bisschen zu schnell, weil da vorne war eine 40 im Gegengleis. Eine Herausforderung. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob ich mich schneller traue. Das ist schon so eine, warum ich mich darauf überhaupt eingelassen habe, das ist jetzt so eine Frage, die ich mir natürlich selber stellen könnte. Aber nun gut. So, da kommt gleich eine Solaranlage. Da müsste ich dann eigentlich so langsam anfangen zu bremsen. Da müsste jetzt gleich rechts, da ist die Solaranlage, jetzt müssen wir bremsen. Ah, da ist der Bahnsteig, sag ich doch. So, dann halten wir mal an. Eigentlich müsste ich ja noch am Bahnsteig stehen. So, wir machen die Türen auf. Dann gucken wir doch mal einfach raus hier. Neugierig. Und das passt doch alles. Da stehen wir sogar noch komplett am Bahnsteig. Sehr gut. Gut, dann schauen wir mal auf die Abfahrtszeit. Immer noch pünktlich sogar. Wie geil ist das denn? Wunderbar. Eine Minute Zeit sogar noch. So, die Punkte sehen wir jetzt natürlich oben nicht, wenn ich das HUD einschalte. So, dann können wir gleich die Türen zumachen und schon mal langsam abfahren. Das HUD geht natürlich wieder aus. warten, bis die Türen natürlich zu sind. Und dann geht er los hier. Da fahren wir wieder so 50, 60 vielleicht. Ich glaube, schneller können wir ja gar nicht fahren. Da vorne war auf jeden Fall wieder Geschwindigkeitsanzeige. Ich glaube, ich fahre mal komplett mit 50. Machen wir erstmal nicht viel verkehrt. So, jetzt müsste gleich eine Brücke kommen. Mit roten Backsteinen. Das ist die hier noch nicht. Da müsste dann der nächste Bahnsteig kommen. Das war so die Orientierung, die ich mir gesucht habe. Da ist sie. Oh, da kommt der Bahnsteig jetzt. Okay, das wird jetzt mal nichts. Oh doch, wir stehen sogar... Oh, geil, wir stehen sogar noch am Bahnsteig. Wie geil ist das denn? Freunde. Türen auf. So, machen wir uns die Uhrzeit wieder an. Das ist natürlich geil. Aber die Challenge, die macht schon Laune. Ist schon witzig. Hören wir zu. Da oben. Dann geht es rückwärts. Dann mache ich mal ein Thumbnail hier. So, dann geben wir mal Vollgas hier. Jetzt kommt gleich auf der rechten Seite der Fluss. Und da ist der Fluss. Dem folgen wir jetzt erstmal ein ganz schön langes Stück. Jetzt fangen wir mal langsam an zu bremsen. Da müsste nämlich jetzt gleich der Bahnsteig kommen. So, da war der Teddy. So, jetzt kommen gleich 2 Stromkästen auf der linken Seite. Auf der rechten Seite. Und da ist dann der Bahnsteig. Ah, er denkt, wir sind schon da. Da sind die 2 Stromkästen. Da war ich ein bisschen zu früh. Das gibt natürlich ordentlich Punktabzug. Man muss ja versuchen, möglichst auf einen Meter anzuhalten, um die Punkte zu bekommen für den Bahnsteig, ne? Kann's euch gleich, wenn wir stehen, kann ich es euch zeigen. So, da sind wir. So, einmal auf die Türen. So, jetzt mache ich das, hat man wieder an. Jetzt seht ihr ja hier, ne? Die ordentlich Minuspunkte bekommen hier. So, um 36 sollen wir weiterfahren. So, dann machen wir die Schotten mal zu. Und dann geht das weiter. Jetzt müssen wir ungefähr 2 Minuten abschätzen. So, der nächste Orientierungspunkt. Ein Tunnel, der gleich kommt. Da fangen wir aber noch nicht an zu bremsen. Da kommt noch eine langgezogene Kurve dahinter. Ah, ich glaube, das wird wieder nix. Ah! Da wäre er gewesen. Da bin ich komplett dran vorbeigerasselt. Gibt's ja gar nicht. Mal vorwärts fahren hier. Sonst wird das nix. So, dann halten wir hier mal an. Also das war mal so ein richtiges Fail. Kurz auf die Uhrzeit gucken. Da können wir die Türen fast schon wieder zumachen. Dann geht das weiter. Hey. So, wir müssen rückwärts fahren. Jetzt fahren wir ein relativ langes Stück auf 4 Gleisen nebeneinander. Da kommen gleich auf der rechten Seite noch mehr Gleise dazu. Unter anderem BW. So, gleich werden die BW-Gleise drüben verschwinden und wir haben nur ein Gleis rechts. Ja, ich habe das so ein bisschen auswendig gelernt. Jetzt kommt gleich der Prellbock. Dann kommt jetzt gleich eine Brücke. Dann müssen wir da mal langsam anbremsen. Ich hoffe, dass ich es noch genau weiß. Also beim letzten Bahnsteig haben wir gesehen, dass ich es nicht mehr so ganz genau weiß, wo welcher Bahnsteig ist. Aber hier müsste... Da, seht ihr es. Haha. Wunderbar. So, kurz auf die Uhrzeit gucken. Ja, lassen wir einsteigen, dann können wir die Türen wieder zumachen. Dann geht das weiter. Das ist halt die Schwierigkeit bei diesem Rückwärtsfahren. Ich weiß auch nicht, wie die auf die Idee gekommen sind. Ich hätte jetzt ja eher gedacht, ohne HUD mal einfach normal fahren. Dass das eine Challenge, also dass das die Challenge wäre, aber dem war einfach nicht so. Sondern die machen es halt extraordinary schwer, damit wir auch ja gar nichts gebacken kriegen. Aber jetzt hätten wir erst abfahren sollen. Müssen wir ein bisschen Obacht machen. Der nächste Bahnsteig ist gar nicht so weit weg. Nicht zumindest so in Erinnerung zu haben. Ich glaube, ich irre mich. Muss jetzt gleich noch ein Bogen kommen und in dem Bogen ist dann die Haltestelle. Da kommt der Bogen. Ne, noch nicht. Ah doch, da ist er. So ein leichter Bogen ist das. Da sollte dann die Haltestelle kommen. Ah, da ist sie doch. Aha. Sehr gut. Ja, doch. Tacho gucken. Zeit ist rum. Klingeln hören. Ja, wieso geht er nicht? Ach, oh, wir müssen bis 46 hier. Okay, alles klar. Da haben wir natürlich noch ein bisschen Zeit. Man könnte jetzt natürlich aber auch, wenn man die Uhrzeit genau wissen wollte, eigentlich hier hinten in die Kamera gehen und dann kann man hier auch gucken, wann wir abfahren würden. Da steht ja 46 und wir sind on time. Heißt, wir müssen nochmal 1,5 Minuten müssen wir noch warten. Gar nicht mal so einfach das Ganze. Noch eine halbe Minute. Nein. Aber wir biegen gleich schon ab. Also hier unten ist unsere Endstation. Also hier in der Kurve ist auf jeden Fall ein Bahnsteig, das weiß ich. Sagen, machen wir die Schotten mal zu. Dann könnt losgehen hier. Das muss man natürlich ein bisschen vorsichtig sein, weil das Signal unter Umständen noch rot ist am nächsten Bahnsteig. Oh, das gibt Abzüge. Über die Weiche gefahren. Das habe ich vergessen, dass wir da aufs Mittelgleis gehen. Echt so ein bisschen aufpassen, dass man nicht aus Versehen in die Bremsstellung geht. So, das rechte Gleis wird gleich mit der Weiche in unser Gleis übergehen. Dann gibt es nur 3 Gleise. Und dann sind wir auch nicht mehr weit weg von dem Bahnsteig, zu dem wir hinwollen. Noch ein bisschen Gas geben. So, da haben wir die Weiche. Langer Linksbogen. Aber jetzt wäre es ein Rechtsbogen. Fangen wir mal so langsam an zu bremsen. So, jetzt müsste gleich auf der rechten Seite das Einfahrsignal kommen. Und zwar rückwärtig. So, da ist die Signalbrücke. Jetzt müssten gleich links Signale kommen. Da ist dann irgendwo der Bahnsteig gleich. Irgendwo kommt gleich der Bahnsteig. Kann nicht mehr lange dauern. Aber das habe ich mir extra gemerkt, weil man hier extremst vorsichtig sein muss an der Stelle. Ah, da ist er doch. Hui. War das? Ja, das war er noch nicht. Eieiei. Ah, da habe ich mich von dem Zaun jetzt verarschen lassen. Katastrophe. Haha, geil. Ah, so eine Challenge können wir öfter mal. Ihr könnt die Challenge ja mal nachspielen, wenn ihr Bock habt. Habe ich mich von dem Frauen jetzt verarschen lassen? Ah, da ist er immer noch nicht. Aber das hätte ich mir besser merken können. Ah, jetzt biegen wir ab. Okay, ja, okay, das hätte ich mir wirklich besser merken können. Oder merken sollen. Jetzt sind wir beim Abzweig. Da ist definitiv ein Bahnsteig, das weiß ich. Da ist er doch. So, wunderbar. Sehr gut. Türen auf. Fahrhebel auf 0. 51 sollen wir weiterfahren. Also ein bisschen Verspätung haben wir jetzt. Ich glaube, ich bin zu schnell hier. Runter. Wir im Gegengleis wieder ein Schild sehen, dass wir schneller als 15 fahren dürfen. So, jetzt müsste es gleich eingleisig werden. Die Strecke ist ja eingleisig hier. Die Hauptstrecke ist zweigleisig. So, jetzt können wir ein bisschen schneller fahren. Ich glaube, am Ende vom Gleis ist dann der letzte Bahnsteig. So, jetzt müssten 2 Brücken kommen. Dann kommt auf der linken Seite nochmal ein Vorsignal. So, erste Brücke. Dann kommt jetzt die zweite Brücke und dann kommt nochmal ein Rechtsbogen. Dann fahren wir über eine Brücke. So, jetzt kommt die nächste Kurve. Dann geht es gleich nochmal wieder in die andere Richtung. Das ist relativ einfach, auf so einer eingleisigen Strecke sich was zu merken. Und dann geht es gleich über eine Weiche, wo ein 40er Zeichen ist. Da wird es dann wieder zweigleisig. Und kurz dahinter ist der Bahnsteig. Jetzt ein paar Meter. So, da ist der Bahnsteig. Und anhalten. Wunderbar. Willkommen in Alban Church. Einmal die Türen auf. So, und weiter geht's jetzt eigentlich. Ah, ne, geht doch noch weiter. Oh je, oh je. Wann sollen wir denn hier weiterfahren? Aber wir sind sogar schon wieder verspätet. Ich habe die Türen entriegelt. Was soll denn das? Warten wir bis zum Plingen. Da kam gar kein Pling. Na, auf geht's. Nächste Runde. Da steht 25. Wegen der Weiche vorne wahrscheinlich. Aber ich dachte, das wäre schon der letzte Bahnsteig. Also so richtig gut gemerkt habe ich mir das anscheinend nicht. Ja, ganz schönes Stück hier. Wir sind ungefähr, also 41 Minuten soll die Fahrt eigentlich gehen. Wir waren natürlich teilweise sehr langsam unterwegs und die 40 Minuten haben wir jetzt voll. Das müsste gleich wieder eingleisig werden. Ich hoffe, ich fahre da nicht zu schnell drüber. Fahren wir jetzt nur mit 15 über die Weiche, damit ich dann nicht zu viele Punkte verliere. Ich habe so ein bisschen meine Bedenken. So, da ist die Weiche, dann können wir nochmal Gas geben. So, dann geht es mal hier langsam bergab. Oh, es geht ganz schön steil bergauf jetzt hier. So, das ist jetzt eine Brücke, jetzt müsste ein 70er-Schild kommen und dann kommt so langsam auch der Bahnsteig gleich. Aber das Schild noch von der Rückseite. Da erinnere ich mich noch dran, dass das Schild da stand. Wenn ich mich recht erinnere, müsste jetzt rechts gleich ein Stromkasten stehen. Da ist er. Jetzt mal gucken. Also wir sind auf jeden Fall beim Städtchen. Da ist ein Parkplatz, das ist schon mal ein sehr gutes Zeichen. So, wo kommt der Bahnsteig? Da müsste doch gleich der Bahnsteig kommen, ich habe Angst. 44 Minuten sind wir jetzt unterwegs. Da sind Stromkästen, das ist schon mal ein gutes Zeichen. Da ist er, oder? Das wird zu schnell werden. Haben wir da? Ah, da, guck mal, da ist ein Teddy. Ah, guck mal, da ist er doch. Wir haben ihn gefunden. Wunderbar. Gut, das sollte jetzt aber das Ende gewesen sein dann. Wir gucken mal kurz. Jawohl, wir sind am Endpunkt angekommen. Ah, sehr schönes Gimmick, oder sehr schöne Aufgabe hier. Ganz witzig eigentlich. Oh, die Türen sind nicht offen. Warum gehen die Türen nicht? Die Türen sind doch offen. Ne? Doof. Gucken wir nochmal. Okay, was ist jetzt? Oh, da hat er sich verschluckt. Oh, hier war ich mal ein bisschen zu schnell. Da war ich massiv zu schnell. Oje. Mal gucken, was die anderen hier so an Punkte gemacht haben. Oh je, oh je, oh je. Leute, ich hoffe, ihr habt mal Spaß, dass ich so einen Blödsinn auch mal mache. Gewöhnt euch aber nicht drauf, weil normalerweise verzichte ich gerne auf so einen Blödsinn. Mal gucken hier, was wir hier an... Erstmal mache ich mal einen Screenshot davon, damit ich das auch mal habe. So, mal gucken hier. Wo sind denn eure Punkte, Freunde? Was hatte er? 1111,3. Gar nicht mal so gut hier bei mir. Na gut, ich habe das Ding mal mitgemacht. Ich hoffe, ihr seid in der nächsten Folge dann wieder mit dabei. Wenn ihr da mit dabei sein wollt, denkt dran, den Kanal zu abonnieren. Ein Däumchen nach oben, kommt in den Discord. Der Link ist in der Videobeschreibung. Und wer es noch nicht gemacht hat, sehr gerne auch mal Kommentare da lassen. Die beantworte ich natürlich immer persönlich. Und ihr habt die Chance, Mitglied zu werden. Ab 99 Cent im Monat einfach auf Mitglied werden, draufdrücken und mich aktiv unterstützen. Und dann wünsche ich euch jetzt noch einen schönen Abend. Und von mir natürlich wie mein gepflegtes reingehauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.
Oh, things are certainly heating up in the Birmingham Cross City Ambassador Challenge. So Ramagani with 11,343 points has moved into the lead. We have one competitor to go, Train Simulator driver, and now we know he is good at this game. He's part of our beta community. He's got lots of experience, but can he beat what is quite an imposing total from the rear of the cab with no HUD on? Only time will tell. Before we jump into that, though, quick reminder that the Spring Summit, Train Sim World 3 Spring Summit, where we're going to be talking about some of the things that you can look forward to over the course of the next few months in Train Sim World 3, will be coming to you at about 8 o'clock, so about an hour's time. Set your alarms, make sure you're around. You do not want to miss this because there is so much that we are going to be talking about. Things that you know about, things that you don't know about. There will be thrills, there will be spills, and that's not just Matt spilling the coffee onto his PC again. So don't worry, set your alarms, you're an hour away. We would love to see you there. But before we jump into our final competitor of this challenge, we're just going to quickly show you some of the things that are on offer for if you're interested in your US content for the Festival of Rail sale that's currently on in Steam. So if you are interested in Clinchfield or Harlem or Sandpatch Grade or Cane Creek or pretty much any other American content, it will be on sale right now. But here are just some of the examples of things which are available. If you've been looking out for something for a long time and you've been waiting for it to come onto a sale, then hey, here's your chance. You're never going to get as good a chance as you are right now. And it was payday last week as well, so just saying. Right, let's go back into full cam. Let's preempt our final competitor. So this is Train Simulator Driver. Will he beat the total of 11,343 points? We shall see. Take it away, Train Simulator Driver.
G'day viewers, we're here for the Dovetail Games Publisher Weekend and very happy to get the invitation indeed. What we're doing today is a bit of a challenge. We're running on the Birmingham route in Train Sim World 3 and we're going from Birmingham New Street to Redditch on a service chosen by the British Ace 2R03, which is the 621 out of New Street. But there's a catch. Let's go and deal with the catch. Why am I getting out of the train? Well, we're going to do something a little bit dumb. I've got time. I'm not due out of here until 6:23. You see, it's not that hard to drive this train. There's some yellow signals, there's some red signals, there's some diverging routes that don't change until you get really close to them. No point turning on AWS because it doesn't work when you're going backwards. Let's get the master key on. I'll have to glance over occasionally at my rail driver over here. Yes, that's right. We're going to be driving it backwards. Let's get the doors open. Let's get our people loaded. Now, you may notice a couple of other things. There's no clock in this cab. And bye-bye, there goes the clock. Because we're not allowed to use the HUD. Yep, driving it backwards and not allowed to use the HUD, not allowed to use the external cameras when I'm moving. I'd love to turn on AWS because it would help me with the signals, but I know it won't do anything. So 53, 54, 55. Let's get the doors shut. It's almost time to roll out of here. We're doing it backwards, folks. Now, I believe this is going to be a little bit of a community challenge, so we'll see. We'll soon know. I'm just waiting to hear the departure tone. I'm hoping I will. Glancing over at the rail driver. There we go. There's our departure tone. Off we go. Now we need to run out of here at about 10 mile an hour, I believe, if I remember my speeds correctly. So this is all about route knowledge and situational awareness. Well, I can't be very situationally aware because I can't see a damn thing. That's okay. There's going to be some clenching moments during this run, if you know what I mean. And I've got to remember to keep this nice and clean today because this is coming to you on a Dovetail channel. Over there, we should shortly see the great big New Street signal box. Sooner or later. Yeah, it'll be there. Whoops, I'm slowing down too much. I want to slow down too much. I'll never get there on time. There it is, New Street signal box. Lovely structure, quite massive, hidden behind a few ugly cabinets. But that's okay. That's Signals and Telegraph people. They hide things behind ugly cabinets. That's all okay. I think we can go up to 15 mile an hour here. And we're going to change tracks. We're in the first tunnel. I think there's 4 of them before the station. Not 100% sure by that. So I think we can increase speed a little bit now. And as we come out of this tunnel, we go up to 40 mile an hour, I believe. The whole idea of this is who's got the most points at the end. So points comes from stopping accuracy. And there we go, 4th tunnel. So we're... 4th tunnel, sorry. 2nd tunnel. So we're in... Oh, I've lost count. Are we in the 3rd tunnel or the 4th tunnel? Anyway, we're doing 40 mile an hour. Going like a bat out of hell. That's all we're allowed to do at the moment. That was the 3rd tunnel. Right, we're in the 4th tunnel now. So let's go into brake level 1, because I'm pretty sure we're coming into a station. Oh, no. I lost count of the tunnels. Oh, no. Well, this is off to such a good start, isn't it? There's the first clenchy moment. Here we go. We're coming out of the tunnel. We should be coming into a station right about now. Now. How about now? There it is. And let's try and get this right. So sometime around the... Yeah, that should be about right, I guess. And let's get the doors open. Now we've got to listen for the sound because we can't see any PIS. We're allowed to look outside when we're stopped. So we can look around there. There's a PIS. There's a PIS down there. My little scrolly wheel's not working for no readily apparent reason. Of course, hardware is going to bite me. So I'm listening for the tone. Let's get the doors shut. They don't have to stay open very long here. Listening for a tone. Haven't heard it yet. Maybe it doesn't make a noise. Oh, yes it does. There we go. Okay. 40 miles an hour out of here. Next stop, University. I wonder if the University station's actually all opened up yet. It was meant to open up at the end of 2022. And it was actually a little bit in advance in the game because it had infrastructure that wasn't available to the public yet. So off we go. Almost at 40 now. We'll just start backing off a bit. There's another train. There's the canal on our right there. I'd still love it if this route let you down the length of the canal. I reckon that would have been quite a lot of fun. Oops, I'm going a little... Well, actually, it doesn't matter I'm going a little past because there we are. There's the 50 mile an hour speed zone, so we can speed up anyway. It's all good. As we cruise along. There's 50. I'll just pull that down a little bit. I'll be able to see when I'm in gear. By this point, I reckon the guard of my train's gone, you know what? No. I am not staying on a train with a bloke who's driving it backwards who can't see a damn thing. Now, I'm watching out for a bridge now, I think. From memory. I think. Oh, first bridge, there it is. Now, the next bridge will let me know that we're coming into the station. Cruising along down the side of the canal. Look, there's the second bridge, so I think if I start gently slowing down now, we'll probably be about right. I think. Oop, whoop, 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 gently slowing down my butt. Ah, let's just go emergency. Ah, stop in the platform, stop in the platform, stop in the platform. Wow. Made it. Made it. By how much? Ooh, we're a carriage out. That's going to hurt on the points. That's going to hurt. When are we due out of here? 6:29 and 57. It's now 6:31. Oh, we're leaving out at 6:31, so we've got a minute. We came here a bit quick. You know what? We're quick. So, let's get some flowers. Ta-da! Alright, back we go. Jump in the train, because by now we're probably late. Door closed. You know, it's a bit hard to do when you can't see the cursor anymore because you've got the HUD turned off. Right, I think it's time to go. Shut doors. Is it time to go? God, it's got to be close. Haven't actually heard the tone, to be honest with you. Surely it's time. Is it time? Is it time? Is it time? Come on. I reckon it's time, you know what? We're leaving. Oh, there we go. It's time. Okay. I thought it was time. Game didn't. That's okay. We got some flowers. We're off to Selly Oak now. And it's 50 mile an hour. So we can go for a little bit of a fang. We do go into a higher speed zone at some point around here for 60, but I think on the timetable there's actually no need to do that, and I'll just end up early and sitting in the station forever. So let's just sit on 50. I think we're waiting till we cross the canal. When we cross the canal, it'll be time to break for Selly Oak, I think. So there goes the canal. Ooh, is it the first time or the second time, though? Is there a second time? I'm just going to brake. Whoop, 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 whoop. Emergency brakes. Ah! Damn it. Come on, stop in the platform. Don't go all the way out. Did we make it? Did we make it? Yes, I think so. We got at least one door in the platform. What have we got? What have we got? We've got a whole carriage and a half in the platform. Excellent. Sorry, passengers. I'll pay more attention to the next station. But wait, I can't even see it. Oh, this is actually... let's just bring the brakes back a bit and let them charge up so we can get out quick. Door's closed. And leaving Selly Oak in a moment, we'll be off to Bourneville. Here we go. Bourneville. Bop to you two. Is there any point honking the horn when you're down the back? Now, we're allowed to do 60, but I don't think there's a point in doing 60. Now, coming into Bourneville, we'll see a little bear sitting by the canal on the right-hand side. So before that, we've got to cross the canal, because right now it's on our left-hand side. I think we might... Let's stick with 60. Let's power up. Okay, so we've got over the canal now. And somewhere along here, there's going to be a yellow signal. I think. Not that we'll know about it. There's a bear in there with a story to tell. Where's our bear? Where is our bear? Oh, there's the signal. So I want to brake for the station. There's the bear. Should be braking coming into the station now. Coming into Bourneville, home of chocolate and cocoa and other nice things. There's the station. Oh, normal stop. Normal stop. Alright, doors open. What do we got here? We've got a PIS. Fantastic. Oh, bloody people banging me around the place. Let's get in here. 634 and 52. We're due out at 636. You know what? We're getting more flowers. Whee! I've already collected everything else. Might as well get some flowers, though. The perpetual collectibles. Woohoo! Over here, in fact. Yes, there's the mastery tile with the flags and the people having a chat by the canal. Let's go and jump back down into our unit. Get the door shut, because it's... there's no hurry. Look at it. We've got 30 seconds to go. No hurry at all. I've got time for a cuppa. Door close? Door close? I'm going to regret this. Door close? There we go. Just got to find the right place. It's really hard when you can't see the little reticle thing. Okay, what are we doing? Doors closed. And cup of tea. Okay. Haven't heard a bonk. But we should be able to go. There we go. Bonk time. Honk on the rail driver. And away we go to Kings Norton. Now, I think Kings Norton from memory is a little weird. Kings Norton's the one where we diverge, isn't it? So we probably don't want to go quite as hard into Kings Norton. Is Kings Norton the one we diverge? I'm not sure. Whatever. We'll just do 50 mile an hour. Let's stick 45. So we're going to cross the branch line shortly. I think no people go in this branch, only AI. Never seen a train there anyway, even when I'm driving the other way. Yep, here's... Is this the crossing for the branch? No, not yet. Here it is. Here's the escape to the branch, so we'll keep on going. Alright, now we're watching out for another big bridge. So not this one, but there's a concrete bridge. I think from memory. There's our yellow signal back there with the divert signal on top of it, which is why we're going a bit slow. Here's the tracks from the branch again. Is it the same branch or another branch? I don't actually know. Whoop, there's the bridge. So let's brake. Because we're coming into... lots of brakes, lots of brakes, lots of brakes. That was a bit far. Okay. We stopped though. It's all good. No, there's nothing to see here. Look at that. Look at that. We are actually in the platform. The whole train is in the platform. I don't know how that'll go on a points front, because I think the stopping point's back a little bit further, but that's okay. Let's get the door shut. Is there a PIS on this station? Yeah, there is. Let's go look at it. 38 and 29, and we're due out in 20 odd seconds. G'day. What do you think of this idiot who's driving the train backwards? It's a bit of a nuffy. Hey, you're wearing a dovetail shirt. How do I get a dovetail shirt? I haven't got a dovetail shirt. It's almost time to go back. Let's get back in the cab. Driving from the back again. Have I got the door shut? I don't know. I can't remember. Yes, I have. Good. There we go. Let's get out of here. 40 again? 40. I think 40 is a good speed for out of here. Kings Norton, everybody. So we wing our way towards Redditch. 40? 45? We do change into a higher speed zone at some point, but I don't think I'm actually going to do that. I think I will stick with the 45. Let's just see how we go. Back we go. Oh, this is the one where it diverts onto another track. And we should be coming up on a yellow signal pretty soon, but I can't see it. So I don't know. Gone over the AWS magnets for it. Oh no, couldn't be because there's no signal yet. Oh, there it is. Right. So now we'll just let gravity do its thing. Don't want to speed up here because if you get to the next signal too early, it'll be red. Actually, it won't be the next one, it'll be the one after. This is a little nerve-wracking, knowing that you're driving towards a red signal and you can't see it, but you know it's there. And the only thing between you and a red signal is time. And just hope I'm not going too fast. And I kinda think I want to start braking for the station now. Completely sure about that though. I'm gonna go off the brakes actually. So I'm not sure. Ooh, that looks like infrastructure. Is that when we're coming into a station? Yes, we are. I was right. And stopping. Doors open. Yay! I think the stopping point's further up this platform though. But, oh, the signal's gone yellow now. That's fine. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Doors closing. No PIS on this one, I don't think, if I remember rightly. Now we're going to head off to Long Bridge. And away we go. I think I just heard the tone. What speed to Long Bridge? I think I will stick with 45. Yeah, because I think Long Bridge will have a red signal at the end of the platform that just as you stop, it will change. I think. There's the train going the other way. We'll see a couple of those. Stick with 45. We've gone over the road yet? I'm not sure. There's a speed board. So yeah, we must have already gone over the road. That's the speed slowdown warning board. Keep doing 45 for now, or near enough. Bit under's okay. Bit under, bit over. It's all good. It's all well within the speed limit. I've just got to make sure I stop in the platform. My next landmark is a signal cabinet, I think. There it is. Break 1. That's holding. Let's just stop. More stop. Stop. There's a signal. I think we survived. Let's have a look. Oh, it's already changed. Look at that. It's okay. We're okay. Alright, let's get back inside the cab so we don't break the rules. Now that I'm shutting the doors. Listening for the beepy beepy. And waiting. Was I going a bit quick? Have I heard the tone? Have I not heard the tone? I've got the green signal. I did shut the doors, didn't I? Yeah, I shut the doors. Haven't heard it. What's going on? Why are we here so long? It's not as though I drove here quickly or anything. It's time for a calming cup of tea. Wonderful place if you get a chance to go there. Yosemite National Park. Beautiful place. Go and stay there. Don't crash in for the day. You need to get on the trails before all the people arrive from San Francisco. Come on, rail driver. Is it time to go yet? Whoa. Still waiting for this beep. I'm really not sure. I'm going to race up and see if there's a PIS up there. There is. 45 and 30 seconds. Oh, that's why. Well, let's look around the station then. It's a nice station. Got some people up here. Nice day. There's that lady again. It's be almost time. Whoop, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Let's go. Next stop is Barnt Green, which is that's the top of the Redditch branch. Or is it the bottom of the Redditch branch? Who knows? I need to go a little bit slowly out of here, don't I? Because we're going to diverge. We're going to go back onto the centre truck. In fact, there we are. Now I'm just going to wait till I see another speed board before I increase my speed. Wait, stop that. There's my speed board. So I should be able to start speeding up. But again, I think I'm going to stick to about 45 or so as we head for Barnt Green. Barnt Green, I think, from memory, is the funny curved one. Train going the other way. Going through the diverging tracks. Yeah. Just thinking I'm going a bit quick. Because I'm pretty sure there's a signal right at the end of the platform on Barnt Green. It's got to be a little bit... Got to behave myself a little bit. Maybe a little bit more than I usually do. It's amazing how more free you feel to just go fang it when you're sitting in the front and you get a bit of warning about stuff. Are you certain of your stopping pattern? My word. I've done a few runs on this line. Not nearly as many as Boston. That's probably my most driven... Whoop, floating car. That's probably my most driven one. I love floating cars. It's so good to see the future in progress with the flying cars. And they've been promising flying cars since before I was born, and I was born a long time ago. I want flying cars. Where are my flying cars? I want real ones. This is a little nerve-wracking. There's the signal. for Barnt Green. Now we're looking for a bridge. Because the bridge, I think it's about a mile out from Barnt Green. There's the bridge. Okay, we've got about a mile to go. Little ways. So looking for other landmarks now. It's the farmhouse. Should have a signal coming up soon. There should be a single yellow if I remember rightly. So we should... where is it? Because I've got to slow down when I go past... There it is. I've got to go slow down to about 20 mile an hour to go around the corner. Let's just get her down in speed. Because there's a speed restriction on the corner. There we go. Got 20 mile an hour now. So now we just crawl. Now I'm pretty sure at the end of this platform the signal's actually red. Because there's a well, there's two single track sections actually. It goes single and it goes double and it goes single again. So what's my landmark here? There's a box. Be a box on this side of the railway line somewhere. There it is. So that puts us only just a little way out of the platform, I think. So start watching out this door. Looking for a platform. I'm doubting myself. I reckon I went a bit early. Let's speed up a little bit again. Went a bit early, I think. Not there yet. Did I... Oh, I got the wrong bloody signal. There it is there. Right. Nearly there now, because we've just gone past the divert signal, because we can see that thing sticking out the top of it. I think we're nearly there. Yep, junction. I think we're nearly there. Think. Maybe. Come on. Where's this bloody platform? We're going around the corner. I've got to be nearly there. I definitely weren't earlier last time. So now I'm probably running late. Oh dear. Oh, there it is. Okay, doors open. How was our stop? Couldn't be too bad. Oh, that's not bad at all. How's our signal up here? Hello, pantograph. Is there a signal up here at the end? It's green! Yay! Okay. Did I just hear the tone to go? I think I did. So... 20 mile an hour out of here, I'm going to say. No, 15 mile an hour out of here. Oh, look at that. There was a PIS right next to me. I could have looked at that. You're going to go slowly out of here because of the points. And it's downhill. I think. Just got to watch my speed. Watch the speed or lose the points. Watch the speed or lose the points. Watch the speed or lose the points. Don't be a bad boy. Be a good boy. My mum used to say it to me. Spent a fortune dealing with that. Just waiting until I actually get into the single track section, because then I can speed up a little bit. I think we're nearly there. I think we are. Yep, here we are. We should see a speed board go past on the right hand side, which will say 40, but we can't see it. So off we go, speeding up to 40 now. And we are on the Redditch branch, and there's a train coming right at us at the moment, so we don't want to go too quick. Next landmark will be looking out for crossing the canal. Just speed. Lovely day for a run down the Redditch branch. Lovely day outside. Early morning. I'll stop scrolling that thing. You know, my scrolling thing on the mouse never works until it just does it. And it's like, yeah, good. There's the brick bridge, so we've got the canal coming up pretty soon. This is just a little nerve-wracking. Here's the canal. Was that the canal? I think that was the canal. Can't tell, is that the canal or a road? I'm not allowed outside to look. Oh, we're going downhill. Got to watch my speed. Watch my speed. Now we've got a station coming up. I think. It's a bridge. Now we're just waiting for the tracks to open up again. There's the canal down there. That was the canal we crossed before. When we get into the double track again, that's right before the station. So I'm going to want to stop about there. Well, double track section, so we want to brake because we're coming into the station now. It's going to brake to... Not that much brakes. I said not that much brakes. Oh, there's the platform. Okay, doors open. Right, how'd we do? Oh, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Now I think... Wrong way. I think up here somewhere... There's going to be another train coming towards us. So we're going to ignore that we're coming into a 70 zone, I think, because I'm pretty sure there's a train coming the other way, which we want to give time to clear us. So let's shut the doors. Wait for the tone. There's the tone. Away we go. But we're going to want to stick to about 40 mile an hour. Just to give that train a chance to come off the single track section that goes into Redditch. Because if we don't, we're going to run through a red signal and have a bit of a spad. Nobody wants a spad, and I don't know about you, but I think the normal spad meeting where you go and have a bit of a meeting with your manager about perhaps being a little careless and perhaps how you should be sacked. If you pointed out that you were driving from the back cab of the train at the time that you spat, it probably wouldn't be a perhaps you should be sacked, it would just be you're sacked. And I hope you enjoy your career driving buses. Maybe garbage trucks, because that's what you're going to be doing. Oh, bit slow. Braked a bit hard there. This is where I'd really like to have AWS, because AWS would tell me if the signal before the junction is yellow or not. Oh, here's the train, so I can safely keep going down the Redditch branch now, and I can I even speed up? I suppose I could speed up a little bit, but I don't really need to stay on time. So let's just stick with this. Now, my next landmark that I care a lot about is a brick and steel bridge that's got 2 steel sections in it, I think. There's going to be a few things before that. There's the 70-mile-an-hour speed board back there, but we don't need to care about that, because we don't need to go that quick to stay in the timetable. Then, let's keep going. This is a little sphinctery. Not too worried that we're creeping up towards 50 here. It doesn't really bother me. It just means we'll get into the station a little bit early. Now, if you get into the station too early, this route's... You need to go far enough down the station, and you need to be at about the right time when you shut the doors, or the service doesn't finish. Let's just give it a little dab of brakes there. So we should be getting into the single track section pretty soon. Here we are, single track section, good. Kinda know what I'm doing, kinda, says he who has yet to run into the buffers at Redditch. So now we're looking at for a brick and steel bridge like that one, but it's got 2 steel sections, one after the other. That's my next landmark. Think. So not that one, that's a single, and it's not quite the right colour anyway. So we are coming into the outskirts of Redditch now. It's powering off. Now we're in the long straight, and at the end of this straight we want to be doing 30 mile an hour, so I'll just gradually slow down. Because there's a 30 mile an hour zone at the end of it, pretty sure. Did I mention I've done this trip a few times? Maybe a few too many. Right. Now, we still haven't seen that bridge yet. The one with the 2 steel spans. But we're definitely getting into Redditch. I mean, you know, there's buildings. Look. Lots of buildings. 1, 2. There it is. That's the one. Oh, excuse me. Now, I've got to slow down now. So it is 30 miles through here. Excuse me. But pretty soon I'm going to be coming into the platform, and I don't want to run through the buffers. At least I got the mute button that time. Excuse me. Coughing away in your ear. Here's where I just have to be a little bit have a little bit of fortitude and accelerate a little until we actually get there. Because we are going a little bit slow. What a time to get a frog in your throat. We're almost there. Oh, trying not to cough. Failing. Right. I hope that's it. Doesn't sound like that's it, but I hope that's it. We're just crawling along here at 10 mile an hour. And what I'm looking for on the right-hand side is some silver Armco barrier and a bear, and that'll tell me that I'm about level with the end of the platform. So I'm going to power off because I know we're close, because we're certainly in the town now. I might see some steel picket fencing too. Just trying to remember. There's definitely some Armco and a bear. So that's what we're watching for over here. I can watch out this door actually. Because if we don't see it there, we'll see it out the front windscreen. So if I miss it through the little view, it'll be okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this train is now approaching Redditch. I will try not to smash into the buffers. This has been your driver who's been driving from the back of the train. Did you know that? You probably would have been a little less relaxed if you did. Make sure you collect all of your belongings and your children and take them with you. Please don't leave any on the train. I think we're nearly there. Picnic table. Kind of think. Just powering a little again because we have slowed down rather a lot. We got down to 5 miles an hour at one point there. And even though I'm coming into a dead-end platform and I can't see a thing, I don't want to go too slowly because then I will be late and I will get less points. And the whole point of this thing, excuse the pun, is to get the most points. Oh, come on, where is it? Oop, there's a solar panel. There's some signal cabinetry that tends to suggest we're getting close. There is a picket fence, so I did remember that correctly. And there's another picket fence. Is that the bear? There's the Armco and the bear. Right, so we're now almost in the platform. We are in the platform. Just got to come far enough down. So I'm going to start slowing down. Alright, brakes off again. I'm just going to crawl along a little bit further. Let's keep crawling. We don't want to run through too far through to the end because there's a red signal down there. Surprisingly, given it's the end of the track. I think that might do. Let's stop there. Open the doors. There it is. What do we get? 11375. That's all right. Now, let's look at our stopping accuracies for someone who wasn't actually looking. 6 yards at 5 ways. That's pretty good. 35, 98. That's kind of what I'd expect for someone who's not watching. 15, bit of luck at Bourneville. That was the one we braked quite hard too. Kings Norton 70. We stopped a bit early at Kings Norton. Northfield 67. So I was really nervous about the diverting track there, so I'm not that surprised. Longbridge 4 yards. Yes. Barnt Green 60. So I could have gone further around the corner. Okay. Alverchurch 3 yards. That's not bad. And Redditch 40.9. That's not too bad. Well, there you go. This is the DTG Publisher Weekend. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. I am Train Simulator Driver, and you can find me on YouTube. I stream every Sunday morning at Australian Eastern Daylight Time, 8:30 a.m., which is in the evening for the UK and the US folk. Well, enjoy yourselves. I hope you enjoy whatever's coming up next, and whoever it is, whether it's a DTG person or another ambassador, have fun and enjoy the weekend. See you later. Bye.
Welcome to the Class 385 service to Edinburgh Waverley. Welcome to the Class 385 service to Edinburgh Waverley.
Oh, well, we promised you thrills, we promised you spills, we promised you tension, and there you have it. with the merest of margins of 32 points. Train Simulator Driver is the winner of our inaugural Ambassador Challenge. Congratulations to him. We are going to give him a nice virtual pat on the back for his efforts. But thank you very much to all of the ambassadors who have furnished us with their content over the course of the last few days. It's been a brilliant suite of stuff, and we have one more to come tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So make sure you're tuning in for that one just before the Festival of Rail sale finishes. And whilst we're talking sales, you know what's going to happen now. Let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff that is currently on offer for the Festival of Rail publisher event. We have got the Cathcart line, we have got London Commuter, we have got Spirit of Steam, we've got Birmingham Cross City, we're doing all of them, guys. Cane Creek, Sandpatch Grade, Harlem Line, Clinchfield Railroad, and we have Russ Ignored, Hamstrecker, Hamburg Lübeck, Taranda Rampa, and Bremen Oldenburg. There we go. And that's just a taster of all the things you've got currently on the Publisher Weekend sale. If you are interested in finding out a little bit more, you've got something on your wish list that you've had for a little while, then make sure you check out what is there on Steam. Right, that is the last time we are doing this. I promise you. There we go. Back to me, and I'm going to go and grab a cup of tea. I'm sort of jittery with excitement. We're going to be coming to you with the Spring Summit right in about 10-15 minutes time. We're going to put a little countdown on, but if you want to find out what's coming in Train Sim World 3 in the coming months, stay tuned. You're going to want to. It's going to be exciting. See you in a bit.
Classes in session, we about to school y'all. We a big deal, you with the big dog. Click, clack. I'm coming. Get out the way. I'm coming right for you. I grind big and I grind hard. I put the work in, no time card. Lace them up, yeah, lace them up. And if they sleeping, we about to go and wake them up. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. I'm coming right for you. One look at me and show you that I'm real. I do the work, turn your turf to a battlefield. Click, clack. Click, clack. Click, clack.
Hello everybody and welcome back. We are excited to be here tonight because we have our Train Sim World 3 Spring Summit. I'm joined as ever by the magnificent Matt Pedleston. Thank you very much, Matt, for joining us tonight.
Thank you, JD.
Magnificent, that's a good word, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's a magnificent word, one might say.
Let's see if you can live up to the hype tonight. We're really excited to do this with you. We've never done this kind of thing before in kind of this summit form for Festival of Rail, but we're really excited to be able to talk about some of the stuff that's coming up for Train Sim World 3 over the course of the next few months. So we've got some gameplay, we've got some screenshots, we've got some slideshows. Matt's delighted about the slideshows, and some information and some announcements that we think you're going to really, really love. Just a quick admin section. We said we weren't going to do an admin section, but hey, we're live, it's admin. So we're going to talk about upcoming add-ons tonight. We have our roadmap coming next Thursday, where we'll talk a little bit more about things like core improvements. I know things like add-ons manager are really highly anticipated right now. We'll give you an update in the roadmap article coming next Thursday. So tonight is all about new stuff that's coming out over the course of the next few months. And everything you're seeing tonight is work in progress, so it might not be the final version of what you're seeing. And in most cases, it probably won't be. But we wanted to give you a little insight anyway, because we're nice like that.
Oh, absolutely. There's some cool stuff, but yeah, as you said, JD, everyone just keep in mind that what you're seeing is incomplete. It's coming off developers' computers, and but we wanted to take this opportunity to just show you some of the exciting stuff coming.
Yes, so now that we have whetted your appetites sufficiently, we are going to come into our first segment of tonight. And this was the first thing that we're going to be talking about was teased before Christmas. A lot of people very excited about it when they saw it poking through some of our social media channels just before we went into the Christmas break. We can confirm the Amtrak Acela Express is coming to Train Sim World 3. Hopefully you already knew that. But we can also confirm that it's coming this February. So this month, we are exceedingly excited to be able to get this into your respective hands this February. Now, and we could talk about what makes this loco so iconic. We could talk a little bit and we can go blue in the face. However, and they say a picture tells 1,000 stories, then imagine how many pictures or how many stories a video could tell you. So we are going to show you for the first time tonight the Acela in action. And we're going to have Matt sort of commentating over the top of it a little bit, telling a little bit about what we're seeing tonight. But we're going to swap over to the Acela now. And we've got a nice little intro as well for you as well.
Look at this, intros as well. This is great. Big thanks to the creative team for that marvellous job supporting this. So this is the Amtrak Acela pulling out Providence Station. The timetable and gameplay for this is on the Boston Providence route, and comes alongside the big upgrade to the Boston Providence route, putting in the new TOD and time of day lighting, clouds and signal upgrades and so forth. This is the cab of the Acela. You can see on the right hand side the signal aspect display unit, which supports all of the speeds up to 150 miles an hour. And you got the throttle lever there on the left. So one of the things that this train can do is tilting, and it's unusual because only the coaches tilt. So you can just about see it there, and we're only going about 60 miles an hour here, so it's only a gentle tilt. And I think this is an even more gentle tilt. Hopefully later in the video there's a more extreme example of it. But you can see the power car doesn't tilt, but the coaches do. It's quite fun, especially on some of the tighter curves when they're going a bit faster. You can see that quite pronounced as the coaches lean right over. So we're doing about 70 at this point. The ACSES and ATC support has been upgraded quite substantially, and to the latest standards as well, which means that the maximum allowed permitted speed, the 70s it is at the moment on the ADU. You'll see that actually going up and down, going down it'll chase you down essentially, rather than just suddenly changing. Which is what all the latest how the latest updates working in reality. This is the Acela going by. As I say, this is all coming from developer hardware, so don't pay attention to some of the details on this. But we wanted to get you a look at this, so you can see we're at clear 150. So the signalling system on Boston Providence supports the full signalling, and at that point we were doing 125. So let's have a tour around the insides, looking at the coaches here. Luxurious. Beautiful train inside and out.
It feels very luxury, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is a very, very nice train. You walk down, you see the doors opening for you like this. Just wow.
And we re-signalled the whole Boston route, haven't we, as well? Or we've had some help from one of our community members, Brandon, an expert in the field. He's been helping us out with some of the re-signalling on Boston Sprinter too, hasn't he?
He has spent a lot of time going through the Boston Providence route, as well as kitting the route out to support the 150 miles an hour. That's obviously important for the Amtrak Acela. Going through some of the other aspect progressions, which is just how the different signals go from one to the other, and capturing the way that it should work in reality. So it's a really good experience actually, yeah. So big thank you to Brandon for the work you did on that one. And yeah, so that was the Acela. I hope you enjoy it.
That was our 2.5 minute video preview of the Acela. We will probably stick some of these on our YouTube channel afterwards, some of these little previews, but they might not necessarily all be later tonight or in the next couple of weeks. So just keep your eye out for them. And as with all of these that we're going to be talking about over the course of the evening, we'll be going into much more detail over the coming weeks with things like articles, roadmaps, live stream previews, all of the things you've come to expect from us. And we'll be doing that in the coming weeks and months. So there's plenty more to come on those. But we're really, really excited to kind of have this stalwart of US transit into Train Sim World 3. Matt, is this kind of our opening gambit of this evening? Is the Amtrak Acela, and obviously it feels like we've kind of put a marker down here. But do we have some more stuff that we want to share?
So much stuff to share. Oh yeah, we're going from 150 miles an hour to, well, even more amazing stuff.
Speaking of even more amazing stuff, a reworked Boston Sprinter is great and all, to be able to kind of get the Acela up to full speed and to be able to, at least up to 150 kilometers an hour.
Miles per
hour. But wouldn't it be cool to have another route with which the Acela ran on?
Another route for the Acela is obviously, when you've got an Acela, what you need is more Acela.
Couldn't agree more. Well, you know what? We might have just the thing for you. Now, some of you who watch our roadmap or read our roadmap articles or watch our roadmap live streams will know that we have a US route in development right now. And tonight we can exclusively reveal that US route is Northeast Corridor, New York to Trenton. So New York Penn to Trenton. Now, again, super excited about this, and it's an opportunity for us to kind of extend and to build on that kind of Northeast Corridor infrastructure that we've been building over the course of the last few years. And obviously it provides a lot more, it provides an opportunity for the Acela to stretch its legs as well. But that's not all, is it, Matt?
No, I mean the route is one of the nice things about this route is that it allows us to introduce NJ Transit into the mix. So alongside the ACS 64, the Amtrak ACS 64 with the Amfleet coaches, you'll be also able to drive the NJ Transit ALP 46 electric loco along with the double-decker coaches, which you'll see in the video that'll be coming up shortly. But additionally, we've also managed to squeeze a little surprise back in for those that might remember it, and I'll mention that when it comes up in the video.
Without further ado, should we show the video?
I think we should show the video before I give it all away.
Let's do it. Okay. Oh, another intro.
Intros.
Here we go.
ALP 46 in that lovely NJ Transit livery, and those are the double-deck coaches with the cab car on the back.
That's modelled on a German loco, isn't it? It looks quite similar.
It's a similar family to the PR1.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is a sort of starting up sounds, just so you can hear sounds and horns and so forth.
Don't worry, we won't do awkward silence, just then we wanted you to hear the sound. We've had some really good feedback from the beta community around the sounds as well, so we're quite happy with how it's sounding at the moment.
Absolutely. So we're just having a tour inside the NJT there, and yes, I am glossing over what we just saw. So this is the NJT double-decker coaches, which obviously you can walk around as is standard on everything in the game. So while we walk around here, I'll just explain the for those of you that remember it, there always used to be an Amfleet cab car back in TSW 2020, based on the old Metroliner unit, and it hasn't been in Train Sim World now since TSW 2020, so this was the perfect opportunity. This is the route where the cab car, the Amfleet cab cars live, so it was essential to get it back part of the Northeast regional trains that run up and down on this line. So yes, you've got the ACS 64 with the Amfleet and the cab car, and you've got the Alp 46 with the double-decker coaches and the cab car. Here we are inside the Alp 46. Note some of the screens and so forth are placeholder on this one, so don't worry too much about that. This is the cab car. I think this is the NJT cab car, if I remember rightly. These cab cars are really claustrophobic.
And very tall buttons.
Oh no, this is the Amfleet. This is the Amfleet cab car.
There we go. And as we have stuck on that end slate that we have, that is also coming this February. Oh, wow. Oh, that's exciting. So we can confirm that Northeast Corridor, New York to Trenton, is going to be coming in February. We'll have some more information for you, hopefully, next week to go into a little bit more detail. We have the roadmap where we'll hopefully go into a little bit of more discussion around it. But similarly, you might find out a little bit more about it before then, too.
Absolutely. And also, it will have a layer for the Acela, as we mentioned earlier.
Yes. So, yeah, as we said, it can stretch its legs on more than one route as well. So, yeah, another really exciting opportunity for us to do US passenger and do it well. So, we've talked about a couple of passenger bits and pieces for US players. Don't worry, German rail fans and UK rail fans, don't worry, you have some stuff in a second. We'll be talking about some of your bits and pieces a little bit later on. But before we kind of move on to those, we did want to talk a little bit about a little additional pack that we have been putting together for the purposes of our US freight fans. Something that hopefully will have quite a lot of provenance, quite a lot of and we're calling this the UP Heritage Livery Pack. Now, Matt, I know that this particular pack has had quite a long history internally. We've been talking about it for quite a long time and wanting to get it out to players, but this felt like a really, really good opportunity to kind of bring it up when we're talking quite a lot about the US content that players have been looking for.
Yeah, there's lots of variety in the heritage liveries, but there isn't much variety outside of the heritage liveries. So, trying to get some different trains, different colours, and sort of different visuals into what you're seeing, it seemed like a really good opportunity to get these 6 liveried locomotives. These were all each one-off, produced by Union Pacific, and celebrating their predecessor railroads. So it's really good. It layers into substitutes into Sherman Hill as well as adding scenarios onto Sherman Hill as well.
Yeah, so there's 6 historic US fallen flag liveries for the SD70 ACE. And it runs on Sherman Hill. And we have got another video for you to show you these in action.
Videos galore.
I know. And getting all of this set up in the back end before we went on this live stream was an absolute nightmare. So I hope you all appreciate it at home. We're just going to swap over to the video now. There we go. So this is the UP Heritage Collection preview. So we have 6 liveries for you.
So this is Western Pacific. These are beautiful liveries, really high detail. You get up close to them as well. There's the Chicago and Northwestern. Probably my second favourite livery.
Are you going to commit to your favourite tonight?
Oh yes, I will be showing you my favourite. This is just actually a showcase of the updated time of day and skies.
Yes.
On Sherman Hill as well. It looks stunning, absolutely stunning throughout. This is my favourite. Katie, Missouri, Kansas, Texan.
Yeah, so we have updated Sherman Hill as well, as we have done with Boston with the new skies and the new lighting as well. So that's a nice little additional thing, which actually, if you already have these routes existing, you'll get for free on Train Sim World 3 if you own them already.
Yeah. get the upgrades for free. But yeah, the route takes on a new world, specifically given that you look at the long durations of some of the services on this route. You can go through very different times a day. Here's 3 of them. This is actually from one of the scenarios. This is 3 of them together. This is Western Pacific, the Missouri, and the Southern Pacific.
3 in a row,
really
eh?
Nice difference. Yeah. 3 in a row. In this scenario, you have to line these all up on a turntable for a demonstration. So you've all seen those lineups. Here it is. I will say I cheated and I didn't do the scenario. I forced them to just plonk to them where I want them, but yeah, absolutely stunning liveries, and they'll really brighten up and add a bunch of variety. They're set to be very, very low commonality in substitution, so when you see AI trains, there's a small chance one of them might appear, and obviously you can pick them however you want.
That's really interesting, and as I say, we highlight this as a gameplay pack as well as a livery pack, so there is 6 scenarios that come with this as well. I imagine 1 for each of the liveries.
1 for each of the liveries.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's quite a lot of gameplay and there's quite a lot of visual appeal, I think, for the US freight fan here. But as I said, if you already have either Sherman Hill or Boston Sprinter, you will get the updated skies and the updated lighting as standard, and that will just come out when these routes are released. So a nice little quality of life improvement as well, that obviously we're trying to continue to do and to go through as we add new content to the game as well. Okay, anything else on our US content for this evening, Matt? It's quite an exciting selection.
Oh, it is. There's some really cool stuff there. And my beta testers and ourselves have been having a lot of fun testing it out and trying everything out. And yeah, there's some really exciting stuff there.
Awesome. And just as one quick note, when we do launch these pieces of content, we are hoping to have various different bundle options available to players, whether you're a freight fan, whether you're a passenger fan, whether you want to get just individual add-ons of those of the selected ones that we've talked about tonight. So there will also be a super duper awesome special bundle named TBC, which will contain pretty much everything that you might need TSW3
Probably not
related.
super duper awesome special bundle.
I think it's got a ring to it personally, but there we go. But yeah, that'll also be around as well if you want to get everything, which, I mean, why wouldn't you? But anyway, cool. US content. Tick. Shall we move over the Atlantic, hop across the pond, and we shall move into Germany, shall we?
Germany, yes.
And another piece of content that we have talked about since Christmas and teased before Christmas, we wanted to introduce you tonight to Niedertalbahn, Bad Vilbel to Stockheim, which has been developed by our friends at Train Sim Germany, TSG to their friends, and we were hoping to be able to show you a little bit of gameplay from that particular route tonight. Good news, we have some. So Matt, is there anything you wanted to say before we go into the video content, or do you want to just talk a little bit about it while we show it?
Let's talk about it as we go into it, because let's let everyone have a look at it.
Right. Okay. Well, let's do it. Niedertalbahn.
This is quite a cute route. It's different to the normal route. You're running a 2-car DMU, the 628, up and down this relatively sleepy line. So this is a different pace than your normal run, and but it's really fun. There's lots to look at. TSG have done a beautiful job with visuals on the route, and the train is it's really cool.
So this is set in 1992, right, Matt? So it's quite it is a little bit kind of back in the day, a little bit more kind of provincial by the looks of things. It looks really great. And you know, if it's going to be TSG, the quality is going to be right up there as well.
Yeah, there's lots of attention to detail being added into all sorts of areas, and I think they've got some interesting ideas on the gameplay front planned as well. So yeah, there's lots of very interesting stuff being done, and I've been really pleased with the little DMU. Actually, it's quite fun to drive. It's really feature rich, and the sounds are just amazing.
Is there anything you want to drop at this stage? Any unique features? Anything that we can go into any detail about, or should we save that for the previews?
I think we'll save it for previews, and we get Lucas to talk about it in a lot more detail and with a lot more authority on it. But in the meantime, yeah, enjoy the visuals from this is the video that Lucas prepared for us actually.
I was hoping we might be able to get an exclusive from you, Matt, tonight. Then I realised that I'm the only one that's allowed to leak things at Dovetail, so let's hope that doesn't continue tonight.
Yeah, so it's like I said, this is a different pace of route than some of the German stuff, and it'd be interesting to see, once you've got it, is just what the feedback is on this. I've been really enjoying the slower pace of it, and the fact that you're more nestled in with the scenery, and you can enjoy more of what's going on, and the sort of quite unique controls of this DMU. It's quite easy to drive. It's not a hard unit to drive at all, so don't be worried about that. It's very good coming into Lindheim now, and I think next the driver gets out and has a look, and you can hear some of the external sounds, and they're really good.
Should we shut up again?
So that mint green livery. This is the first time we've had mint green in the game, and rather than the never-ending red, and it's just really nice. I've always been a fan of the mint green livery.
I think it works really well with the new skies and the backdrop as well. I can imagine some really great screenshots coming out of that.
Oh, I'm definitely expecting to see some stunning screenshots out of it.
Yeah, so Niedertalbahn, we will be, as Matt mentioned, we'll be grabbing Lucas and we'll be putting him on the live stream at some point in the future to go into a little bit more detail about some of the unique features of the 628 and a few of the other bits and pieces that obviously we've only had the opportunity to scratch the surface of tonight. Anything else on Niedertalbahn, Matt?
No, I think that's covered Niedertalbahn.
No? Okay. Well, that pretty much covers what we have currently on the roadmap for German players. However, tonight we have a little exclusive for you, don't we, Matt?
We do.
So the Niedertalbahn is around the general Frankfurt area. But if you take a little trip to the west of Frankfurt, there's a river that comes up, and I imagine a lot of German rail fans will know what that river might be, because
it's quite well known.
It's relatively well known, I think.
It's quite big.
Quite big. So we have a new route that we're going to be announcing for you tonight, and that route is the Linke Rheinstrecke Mainz-Koblenz. So I hope I did that justice, and I'm sure there will be lots of German players in the chat saying, nope, you did not. But it is the Linke Rheinstrecke Mainz-Koblenz. So left Rhine, as we're calling it internally, which is a lot easier for me to say. But obviously this is a new route that's coming to Train Sim World 3. It's a little bit further away in the distance than Niedertalbahn is at the moment. It should be, actually, we should mention at this stage, we're obviously showing these in an order tonight. That is not the order in which they will be released in. We are just doing this because it matches nicely with the different countries that we're doing tonight. But yeah, this is really exciting for us, and we have some screenshots that we can share exclusively tonight where I'm going to ask Matt to talk a little bit over the top of them. But bear with me 1 second and we can show them through. Right, I've given you 15 seconds for each of them, Matt, so just give a little talk over each of them.
He says, talking over my 15 seconds. This is the BR103. Everyone's gone, wow, about time. This is it. I've been wanting BR103 in the game for ages. The N-Wagen Dostos, but in the mint green. And these will be coupled with another loco, which hopefully will come up in a moment, that you'll have seen before, but in a different variation. Okay, more N-Wagons in mint. There you go. I love the mint green. What can I say? It really suits the train well. Right, hurry up to the next screenshot, please. Come on.
Minty fresh.
Minty fresh. There you go. So this is the other end of the mint and wagon. This is a BR110, which you'll have seen in Bremen, but this is in Orient Red livery, so it's a subtly different variant of it. And that'll be bringing up the rest of the passenger traffic, while the BR103 handles the express passenger traffic. And we've got some coaches lined up for the 103, but we're not ready to show those yet. But I'm so pleased to get the BR103 in the game, and it's looking and sounding superb. So it's such an icon of transport, and for those of you that aren't quite aware of where it sits in the hierarchy, essentially the ICE-1 kind of was the replacement for it. So it's kind of, you think of this as your high-speed train of the time. They're quite fast, quite old, as you can see from the driving. It's very similar to a BR110. But yeah, lots of fun. So this is a really interesting route. Reason for left Rhine, why is it say left specifically? There are two railways running up the Rhine, the right and the left. Left is where most of the interesting traffic that we're dealing with. Right is some freight traffic. So left is where all your passenger traffic and mixed traffic goes. There is freight up here and up and down here as well. This is a really busy railway. Beautiful views throughout. And so being able to go between Koblenz and Mainz, it's a decent length journey. Lots to see, lots to do, and some interesting trains to do it with.
Yeah, what era are we talking, Matt, for this?
So left Rhine, we are setting this late 90s.
Okay.
So I think 97, I think is where we ended up. So where Bremen, we sort of pushed it to like early 2000. Now we're sort of pushing it back a little bit further, which we've got the older livery on the BR110, the older end mint later livery on the Dostos, and you've got the BR103 there. So much after this, the traffic starts changing. And what's really cool actually is that the route doesn't change a lot throughout time because it's a lot of it is historical. So the route doesn't change a lot throughout time. Which means that you can run it with your modern trains actually, and it wouldn't look out of place. So there's lots of opportunity to bring your existing collection via scenario planner and the like to modernise the route, if you like, certainly in terms of the running traction.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, Link Rheinstrecke Mainz Koblenz. I'm gonna try and practice it and get better at it. I'm sure that Lucas will have some strong words with me afterwards. But
have notes.
He'll have some notes. Don't worry, he will have some notes. Is there anything, Matt, else that you wanted to talk about at this stage with regards to Left Rhine or Linke Rheinstrecke?
No, I think we've covered it. It would have liked to have shown more screenshots of other areas. The route is overall looking in a really good place, but I just couldn't get you a video of it just yet. So when it's a bit closer, we'll get on the normal road of showing you content and show you some other really key, really well-known iconic locations. They're just not in a place to be screenshotted right now, which is why we want to focus on the trains. BR103 hype.
Exactly, and we can't wait as well to see some more of this stuff because, as I say, as far as we're concerned tonight, we've already talked about 5 different things that are coming to Train Sim World 3, and we've only covered 2 of the major areas in which we cover in Train Sim World, so US and Germany. So we thought we had a couple of other little aces up our sleeve, and these might be particularly of interest to British rail fans and British players of Train Sim World 3. So we're going to move from Germany to the UK and to an article that has been put on our roadmap. I think it was put on the last roadmap, being developed by our friends at Skyhook Games. Now, again, this is one that's a little bit further into the future, but we wanted to show it tonight because we wanted to get it out there and we wanted to get you excited and hyped for it. But we are delighted to say that the next route that Skyhook Games are going to be working on, or that are already working on, is Midland Main Line, Leicester to Derby and Nottingham, which is super exciting. We are fighting for the Midlands, and we are... We've obviously got Birmingham Cross City that's just released, and this is our second Midlands route for Train Sim World 3.
Modern
Midlands route for Train Sim World 3. And we have a little screenshot tease that we can show you tonight, which is, Matt, do you want to take it away?
Sure.
Ding, 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 ding.
So the livery on this one is, as you can see there, East Midlands Trains, and you can see the HST. HST is a VP185 variant, different cab, different passenger interior. So the team at Skyhook have been working on some significant upgrades and changes to the HST to support the East Midlands Trains variant of it. And is the other screenshot coming up, JD?
No, we've only got this one for tonight.
Just this one?
Just this one. We're saving some stuff in the bank for later.
Excellent. Right, do you want to talk about the other train?
Yeah,
for
let's
now,
talk
or
about the
should
other.
we
Let's
keep
talk about the other train,
Should we
though.
go
Yeah.
with the other train? So the other train that's working on, all new, all brand new train, and one that I know everybody's going to be super hyped for. I've seen a lot of people posting wish list requests for it all over the forums, and that is the Class 158 DMU, the Super Sprinter.
And I think you can just about make it out in the backdrop of that shot.
That's that. Yep, that's that in the backdrop of that shot. So yeah, that's the two-car DMU with the Cummins engine variant, and that'll be what you're running your commuter trains on. So you've got the HST and the 158 on this route, and I think it's going to be a really interesting ride with both of these different, quite wildly different trains to drive. Actually, very very interesting route.
Absolutely, I believe it touches on, or you can see the Radcliffe Power Station as well, the famous power station in that area, Loughborough Works, depots, all that kind of jazz. Obviously, when we get closer to release, we'll be talking a little bit more in detail about it. But Midland Main Line, Leicester, Derby and Nottingham is coming to Train Sim World 3, developed by our friends at Skyhook Games, and we're really excited to kind of bring them into... is it the first, am I right in thinking this first British route that they've done?
Maybe.
For Train Sim World? I think they've done Cane Creek and they've done Horseshoe Curve. I think this might be the first British one. So we're excited to bring them into the world of the UK for their content. Let's go back to our main screen, shall we? We have one more thing for you tonight for Train Sim World 3. And this one we've kept very quiet about. You will not know that this one is coming. And we've kept this one till last for specifically that reason. Obviously helpful that it is UK based. But Matt, do you want to give us a little bit of background on this one? Because what I'm going to say is, did somebody say Steam?
Did someone say Steam? So there's a lot of people on the forums have been saying, where's more Steam? And we wanted to see more Steam as well. So we've been looking at a wide variety of options, and we settled on a route which I think is really, really going to stick because of its absolute beauty. Whereas Crew focused quite a lot more on the racetrack. So you're driving these trains at high speeds and lots of trains, big wide numbers of track at big epic stations with Crewe and Lime Street. This route is going to be a bit of a quieter pace, but it is not a slow route with smaller stations and so forth. So it's really interesting, and we have a new steam loco to come with it as well.
All right, Matt, you've tantalised everybody for long enough. Should we tell them what it is?
So this route is the Peak Forest, Ambergate to Chinley and Buxton, going through the peaks. Absolutely stunning scenery. And if you look up Monsaldale Viaduct, for example, some beautiful pictures, photographs, and drawings and paintings you can see. All this is that area. And
should we show some pictures?
Yeah, well, I'm going to preface these pictures by these are more whip than the whip that you've seen previously on some of this stuff.
And by whip, we mean work in progress, right?
Work in progress, absolutely.
Right, okay.
So you're going to see untextured things. You're going to see sinful things.
Ooh, okay. Sinful. I did deliberately hold it for a little while because the first one that we were going to show was a pink loco, and I couldn't have that. So take it away, Matt.
Yeah, so this is so the 8F and the Jubilee will be in presence on this route. They do run up and down this route, so it's a good opportunity to use those favourites. But here you are. This is the route in some of the areas which are looking more complete. And then there's also some areas of super detailing, so where you can go for a walk. And so I think the walk starts in this sort of general area, and then you end up here in this stunning view over Monsaldale Viaduct. And again, so, I'm going to flag up again work in progress stuff here, but I think you can see get the impression of where the route is heading quite nicely.
I've been to the top of that viaduct before, and it looks amazing. So it looks like we're doing it justice.
So this is the ICI wagons. There's a special type of wagon. They're big and they're a lot more modern looking than you'd expect for a route of this time. But they're used in the western part of the route. For the freight up there, which is again unique to the area.
Have we actually said what the loco is yet?
So talking of the loco,
yes, the pink loco,
the LMS Fowler 4F. So we want to do something a little bit of a different size and not just do another great big 460 or something. So we wanted to do this, and the 4F was just the obvious choice for this route. So you've got an 060 with a tender, and yes, it was in bright pink. It doesn't have textures yet. And apparently the team make everything in pink now. I can't imagine why.
I can't imagine why they think that, Matt. What?
Yeah, the ICI wagons looked fun in pink as well. But yeah, so the 4F is the new steam train, and yeah, so you'll be driving that one up and down on alongside all of the Jubilee Express and the 8F heavy freight stuff. So there'll be a good mix of different services on this route, and you've got the line that splits off and goes to Buxton or up to Chinley as well. So it's got two different paths. If you go and have a look at some historic route train maps, the route doesn't exist anymore. There's bits of it. There's a preserve railway in sort of like the middle-ish area of where this route is, but this route as it stands from the triangle at Ambergate up to Chinley and Buxton no longer exists. So it was quite a well-known, well-tracked route. It formed part of an important main line, and during diesel days this saw the likes of the Blue Pullman and all sorts of mainline express trains. So it didn't survive much into diesel days, so much beyond about BR Green. We're only featuring steam in this pack, but it did go in a little bit into diesel. But just to sort of put it into perspective, that what you're seeing here is a part of actually another of the key mainline routes.
So you're kind of almost like rediscovering the history of this route, because as you said, a lot of it doesn't exist anymore, at least in sort of operational terms.
Yeah.
And this was sort of early 1960s, sort of the end of the steam era.
I can't remember the exact, but yeah, it's early 1960s. So we're starting to. We're a little bit, few years further on from the 58, I think that Crew was, and it's a bit early 60s on this one. So yeah, things have moved on a little bit time wise, but we're still in that same general ballpark.
Cool. I'm enjoying going for a wander. Walk Sim World. I'm loving it. And I think Steam is something that we've wanted to do, and we wanted to do, but we wanted to do it right. We wanted to make the next natural progressive step in Steam, and this feels like it's a completely different vibe, completely different approach to what we're doing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the reaction is to it when we get a little bit closer to release, because obviously these are very work in progress images at the moment. We are still a little while away from releasing this route, but we wanted to whet your appetites. We wanted to get you excited for something that we have in the works right now, and that we are behind the scenes beavering away at.
Yeah, it's looking really good, and the team are working really hard. They're all really hyped for this one, and as you can see, there's already a lot going in on the route. So they're making great progress on it. I just noticed actually it's 1963.
1963. Cool. Okay, let's go back to the two of us then. Peak Valley, sorted, done.
Peak Forest.
Peak Forest. It was going so well.
It's going
so well. Okay. Peak Forest. I've been to the Peak Forest as well. Okay, so we'll be talking about all of the stuff that we've talked about tonight. So your Amtrak Acela Express, your Northeast Corridor New York to Trenton, your UP Heritage livery bundle, your Niddertal Barn, your Linker Rheinstrecke or your Left Rhine, your Midland Main Line, and your Peak Forest. That will all be. We might not talk about all of those in the roadmap coming up, because they might not be close enough to being released, but we're going to aim to talk about them over the course of the coming weeks and months, and give you a little bit of fill in some of the gaps, which we have left quite a lot tonight. We wanted to give you a nice overview and a nice kind of top level introduction to some of the stuff that we're working on, and obviously we'll fill in and plug some of those gaps over the course of the next few months. So if you've been inspired, or you've enjoyed what we've shown tonight, or you've got questions, or you want to discuss it with your fellow Train Sim World 3 fans, then head to our forums, our socials, our community run spaces, things like the Discord servers, Facebook groups, subreddits, all of those places where you can theory craft and have some chat about what you think these routes are going to be like when they get released. But it'll be an exciting few months. Matt, I'm really looking forward to it. We can't wait to get this all into your hands. Any final words on Train Sim World 3 for tonight?
I think that's it, to be honest. I think we've had we've shown some really cool stuff, and there's some really amazing stuff that I'm really looking forward to. It's if you were to ask me to pick a favourite, I would probably sit here for the next 10 minutes umming and ahhing, because honestly, wow, I'm glad it's only releasing over the next weeks and months, because then I can play all of it.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you will be as well, holding up in the office until God knows what time of the evening. But we do have a couple more things that I want to talk to you about tonight, and these are, we know that we have a lot of Rail fans listening to us tonight, and thank you very much for your continued support. At Dovetail, we are looking at what we can do that go beyond just train simulators and rail simulation. And we've been working with some of our friends in the industry and some of our development partners to bring you some exciting new projects. And we're just going to tell you about a couple of them now before we finish tonight, because we thought, hey, why not? It's a good opportunity to talk about them, and it is publisher event after all, and we are a publisher. So we've got by the first of these. I think there's going to be quite a lot of interest and excitement for, I think, both of them, obviously, but this first one in particular, I think, has quite a lot of connection to our rail fans. So as part of Edinburgh Glasgow, we brought trams to Scotland, or Rivet Games brought trams to Scotland. So guys, how would you like Vienna and Munich as well? Because whilst you can play it on Steam already, we're delighted to announce that working with ViewApp, we'll be bringing TramSim to console. So all you console players, I'm sure you'll be delighted to hear that we'll be bringing TramSim World to console. So you've got Munich, you've got Vienna, you've got the depot, and you've got the ULF there as well. This is coming soon. We don't have a release date exactly on this yet, but in Vienna you'll be able to discover the modern Flexity and retro type E2 trams that, whilst exploring Vienna's beautiful surroundings, whilst in Munich you'll transport passengers with the unique R2.2B tram across 3 lines with historic structures aplenty. Both cities are populated with dynamic road traffic, pedestrians, and AI trains as well. This is coming soon, and we'll have more information for you in the coming weeks and months. You can put that on your bingo card. But we are delighted to be working with ViewApp on this. We think there's a lot of connection between people who will be enjoying the games that we create, and obviously the games that they create as well. So we're delighted to be working with them on this project. Yeah, we'll have more information when it's closer to release. Which brings us on to our final thing for this evening, and I'm going to quickly go back to our faces here. Late last year, we announced our intention to develop our first of our digital board games, and we have some news for you on that front. Now, in case you didn't know, it is a classic, Catan. So, and apparently that is how you pronounce it. I always thought it was Catan, but apparently it's Catan. And again, this is a console port or a console edition of Catan. So supported by our friends at Nomad Games, we have developed Catan Console Edition. So it's coming to PlayStation and Xbox, and we announced on a couple of weeks ago the release date will be the 28th of February. So it features all the things that you know and love about playing Catan, the board game version, or even online, as well as cross-play, so you can play as an Xbox player with your PlayStation friends, couch multiplayer if you're looking to play locally with your friends, if you've got them around for a games night or something, second screen card companion, so you can hide your cards virtually from anybody else. I know Matt will be looking, and also single player mode as well. So we'll be showing you a little cheeky trailer to finish off tonight's proceedings, but it's also available to pre-order now on PlayStation and Xbox. So if you head to CatanConsoleEdition.com for more information, you'll be able to find it there, and obviously you can pre-order and do whatever you want to do there as well. So we're going to finish off with that. We're going to show you that right at the end. But Matt, just before we say goodbye for the evening, any final words?
It's been a roller coaster of emotions. It's been we've shown some amazing content, and I'm looking forward to TramSim and Catan as well. I'm a big fan of Catan, the board game. So and I love what they're doing with bringing it onto the console. So it's just. I might have to book some time off work to play the games. Sorry.
Matt, you don't take holiday. What are you talking about? Okay, so we have, just to run through it one more time for you, we have the Amtrak Acela Express, we have Northeast Corridor, New York to Trenton. We have the UP Heritage Livery Bundle, also gameplay pack. Niedertalbahn, Left Rhine, Link Rheinstrecke, Mainz Koblenz. We have Midland Main Line, Leicester to Derby and Nottingham. We have Peak Forest, Ambergate to Chinley and Buxton. We have Tram Sim coming to console, and we have Catan Console Edition as well, which is February the 28th. I think I need to go and have a lie down, don't you? Have a
Not
lovely
a leak in sight.
Well, you just wait. You don't know what the final video is yet. Have a lovely evening, everybody. We hope you're excited as we are, and we can't wait to be telling you a little bit more about these in the coming weeks and months. So thank you very much from me. Have a lovely evening. And Matt, do you want to say a quick goodbye before we do the Catan trailer?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care.
Wonderful. See you later, everybody.